Or no?
Personally, yes.
You do think that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good.
I think it would be cool if my first kid was a minion. If he just popped out of the womb and it was a minion, how fun would that be? Straight out of the womb.
It would be really fun. I have more to say about minions, but I have another important question. Have you ever broke the speed limit?
I'm not familiar with this part of the meme. The first part of the meme,
this one.
the first part of the meme, I was 100% familiar with. But
yeah, no, they grilled everybody that played real racing about if they broke the speed limit. I guess you got off the hook.
Because we were like a little bit behind schedule at that point, I think. So they were like, just get him off the stage.
A little bit.
All right. Well, those are the big important ones, but feel free to go anywhere you want. It's going good. How are you?
It's good. We're going to play some Isaac, we're going to play some golf, and we're going to play some Quiplash today. It's a banter-filled docket. Shall we begin and proceed? Nick and Robert, would you like to choose?
Absolutely.
Would you like to choose a character?
Oh, sure.
What do you think, Rob?
Is it sacrilege to just want to play, like, the Isaac character?
No,
Isaac?
It's wonderful to play as Isaac.
Yeah, because I like the D6. It's a fun time.
I agree. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You want to give us a seat, or are we just going to all seat ourselves?
It's up to you guys, honestly.
You know, send me some seed money?
Anyone going to send us a seed?
I'll send you a seed. Hold on, I'm sending a thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
41 months, that's so long, it's almost a whole year. Thank you, Lahouse. Alright,
go for it.
Run.
I did see that, well, you know, I'll let you give me the seed first.
Okay, your seed today is 2R, D3, 2G, 9E.
Nice, okay.
Yeah.
I did see, I was in the green room, which is what we in the business call the room that they give you makeup in, and you sit in until they yell at you to go out on stage. And I was watching the monitor, and they asked Mystic, like, the fastest he'd ever driven. And then he was like, I've driven like 120 miles an hour. And everybody was like, whoa, that's sweet. And I was like, I hope he means, like, I'm pretty sure he means around, like, a racetrack or something. Otherwise...
He said it was on the Autobahn.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that. I thought they were really just, like... glorifying the fact that he had maybe done like double the speed limit down a country road or something. So it's all good then.
He was very conscious about it himself. He explained it.
All right, then that's acceptable then.
My game is running at like 4 frames per second for some reason.
They recently added an update that specifically fucked your computer.
Oh, well that's annoying. Why'd they do that?
Because they don't like the fact that the game was too easy for you.
That's fair, yeah, it is very easy.
They're experimenting with a lot of new ways, like progressive ways to add difficulty.
Well, experimentation is important, you know, you gotta find out who you are.
In any relationship.
That's my mistake. Apparently it was DJ Rehab that said that. That's
DJ Rehab!
Oh, that's who I thought you meant. You said someone else. Okay.
I said Mystic, but I was mistaken.
Yeah. I just want to say publicly.
Yes.
DJ Rehab seemed like such a nice guy.
Yeah, really chill guy.
So, again... I'm going to be careful with the way that I phrase stuff around the event, because I had a good time, and some of the things that I say could definitely make it seem like I was a total jerk, occasionally. And I was after the event, I went over to all the producers, like we saw them in the hotel the day we checked out, and I was like, hey, just so you know, I had a really good time at the event. I think you guys ran it really well. Things went as well as could have been considered, blah, blah, blah. But I will admit that the first couple of times that I saw DJ Rehab, I was like, what the heck is this dude doing here? Yeah. He's not going to have any idea what's going on. I thought that they'd moored him and abandoned him on the couch, and he had, like, no idea what was happening, and I felt bad for him. But then it seemed, I was watching the commentary, it seems like he was having a good time.
He was having a great time. He was smiling his ass off.
Enjoying himself.
He came over to me after day 1, and was like, hey, like, you had a really good round. I enjoy your stage presence. And I was like, DJ Rehab, I'm so sorry I doubted you and just assumed the worst, that you're like I'm not a bad person, but that you were just here for superficial reasons. Yeah. Then he was like, where are you based? And I was like, Vancouver, BC. And he's like, oh, man, I'm playing Vancouver, BC in February. Let me give you my email address, and maybe we can, like...
Dude!
I don't know if he meant hang out, but maybe we can, like, you know... I can get you access to the event or something like that, and, you know, you can be there. And he gave me his email address. I emailed him, and I said, hey, this is Northernlion. And then he said, "Hey, this is DJ Rehab," and I was like, "This is cool." He's like a totally cool guy.
Yeah, he seemed. He was. You know, like more than even some of the contestants playing. He seemed just like genuinely happy to be there. Like,
Dude, I don't know if you saw the charity match, but he did pretty well in Beat Fever as well. Considering,
oh, did he?
Like that's not his job. Like I thought. He did
I was worried that they were trying to tire out Hafu, so she lost.
Well, she was like on the last day. She was on stage like 80% of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
It seemed a little much. Like she had a lot of stuff going on, and then to like put her up for another half hour of fiddling around.
Yeah,
but, you know, whatever.
Like they would, she'd like played in her quarterfinals match, and then she came back and was like, you know, maybe I can get some practice in right now. And like, we need you to go. We got an interview coming up. We need you to be in, and blah blah. Charity matches are coming up right now. It's like, yeah, she was working hard on the last day, no question about it.
And while we're in this brief moment of sincerity, I also want to say that it was awesome how good you did, and we were all very proud of you, and you did a really great job.
You did.
So like.
Sincerely fun watching you succeed at that. So
yeah, Alpaca Patrol is now playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
Right now, Rob?
Look, I have tried restarting the game over and over again.
Oh,
it is like it just will not cooperate. It's at like 4 frames per second.
Well, that's shitty.
Yeah.
What if you closed Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and then maybe it would?
I don't have it. Yeah, I didn't have it open before.
Right, that's fine. You know, you do you. I understand.
Yeah. I can still have commentary during.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. You know, it's fine.
So like my. Oh, that was such a bad dodge. My timeline of the event. Probably pretty similar to yours. Like, I got on stage for Minions, and I lost, but nobody knew what happened. So we were all pretty confused about...
I'm still not entirely sure.
We were all pretty confused about how I took the L in that one, until it came out that actually what had happened is just that Mystic died with more bananas at exactly, like, the same simultaneous second that the timer ran out as well. It's not the way that I would do scoring in Minions.
Where was the timer?
Yeah, the timer is internal, which is a decision that I don't necessarily.
See, that's why we were all confused. No one could see the timer.
Yeah, but I'll cut him some slack. We were the first. The first group to play Minions on stage, so we were. Everyone's saying there's no timer. You don't know. There was a timer. The timer was internal in the game. We were not able to see the timer.
Yeah.
Again, not the way I would have done it. However, there was a timer.
I'll trust you guys. I'm sure you figured it out eventually. I didn't even download the game. What do I know?
And then Beach Buggy Racing was like, okay. And then I threw real bad in Crossy, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. And I told this story in PUBG, but I'll tell it again. One of the cameramen, we were in the Time Building in New York, came over to me. I was looking at this picture of, it's a very famous picture of Muhammad Ali standing over Sonny Liston. He's like beating his chest. And he was like my Obi-Wan Kenobi. He came over and was like, hey, do you know the story about this photo? And he told me this long, very motivating story about how, like, in between Muhammad Ali's legs is the senior photographer for, like, whatever magazine had taken the photo.
What's between Muhammad Ali's legs?
Look, if you look at the photo, you'll see.
About that
The way
I want to know more. Tell me about this.
Well, look at the photo. Go Google image search the photo, because, like, he's framed between Muhammad Ali's legs is the senior photographer for whatever magazine. And the photo that's famous was actually taken by the junior photographer. And apparently the junior photographer had come over to where the senior photographer was and was like, hey, can I stand here? And the guy was like, no. This is where, like, you got to prove yourself to stand in this spot because this is where the shot's going to be at. And then he ended up getting that amazing shot of Sonny Liston being knocked out and Muhammad Ali standing over him. And beyond that, his dick boss was framed 100% between Muhammad Ali's legs, like Muhammad Ali himself was taking a shit on him. And he was like, just goes to show you, like, you never know when your big break is going to happen. And after that moment, something inside of me clicked. And that's, from that moment, you look at the rounds, and it was like first, second, first. He activated some kind of...
He activated your omens.
He turned me into a Jedi with one pep talk that he didn't even know was a pep talk. He was the real hero of the event.
Huh.
They keep saying Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
As if it's like one word. But it's two.
How do you say it?
I just want it.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah,
Muhammad Ali.
The cadence, like the emphasis is on the li, not the ah.
You're going right through the syllables as if there's never a break between them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Muhammad
Nick Reinecke.
I just wanted to point it out.
Richatelli.
I also want to point out that it's not that I died in Isaac, but the other player's timer ran out simultaneously, and I know the timer's internal though, so don't worry about that.
You know what?
That's
Fair
very
enough.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I owe that guy essentially like my performance. It settled me down to the point that I could actually start. I was like, oh, this is a video game tournament. Okay, let's have fun. And then that's where it got.
Yeah.
That's where it started to click. Started to get good.
Were you nervous at the beginning?
Oh, dude, highly. Everyone was nervous, and everyone was having the same conversation. It was just like, why are we nervous? This is a casual mobile game tournament. But, you know, the stakes were high, man. People got nervous.
Yeah.
I had the obvious thing seemed to me that you would be nervous, but you handled your entrance so well that I thought you got over it somehow.
Nah, you just kind of, you gotta lean into it, like.
Yeah. You seem very, like, just limber. You were just moving around. You were just doing silly stuff. And that doesn't strike me as a thing you would be into if you were anxious, to just kind of be bouncing around and silly.
Well, the thing is, like, you said the same thing to me when we were talking privately. You were like, I'm surprised that all the contestants were, like, having a good time on stage. And in the end, like, you know, we were basically hired to do a job. We weren't sent to the event because it was like, these guys are really good at beach buggy racing.
It was especially, you handled it all very gracefully. Like, I'm not going to say much about the host, but I think the contestants did a great job of being cool about everything.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Why not?
I agree.
Performers or not, you know, things could have gone worse. And, you know, a lot of that was wrangling that was done on the back end.
Hey, the power went out at the Super Bowl a couple years ago. So,
how did that go down?
Well, a transformer exploded, actually.
Oh, God. Was it Bumblebee?
Yeah, no, it was that one that's a doctor for some reason, even though they're all robots. It's that one.
All right.
Yeah.
What does a robot doctor mean?
I don't know.
Isn't that a mechanic?
Yeah, see, he's a doctor, though, but he's not a I don't know.
Robert, what are you talking about? You getting on me about this Muhammad Ali stuff, and then you go bust out a sentence like that.
He's like an SUV, but he's a doctor for some reason.
Which one was the Rhino?
SUVs can't be doctors?
Rhinox?
I don't know, probably.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
That's Rhydon.
Oh, yeah.
He's right, yeah. The evolved form of Rhyhorn.
Correct. Did you meet Tech God? I did meet Tech God.
I want to clear up one thing about Tech God.
Yeah.
Don't call him Tech Gremlin. That's rude.
That's rude, yeah.
That is pretty rude.
He worked his fucking ass
off. My dude was, on day one, he was just literally squatting behind the stage the whole time.
In fairness, when I was sitting next to you, Nick, at Champions of Fire, I did refer to him as a tech goblin. not knowing.
It's not polite.
I understand that you're...
But it's not because he looked like a goblin.
It's because he was scurrying a lot.
I know. It's because he was below the podium and kept popping out. I understand.
Yeah. He seemed like a great guy.
Tech God, he was cool. I never exchanged any words with him except for, like, occasionally, and it's not his fault. We had to argue with him a little bit, and we'd be like he'd set up the tablet, and we'd be like, "Can we change our character?" And he'd be like, "Oh, you want to change you want to change your character? Okay, fine." And then we'd like change the character, and I'm like, I get it. My dude has had some long days standing there, and then like, you know, there were some technical issues where they'd crash, and then we'd just like kind of restart the same thing over and over. So. Yeah.
What was he saying to people every time? Because I kept seeing him give like these very short statements to people.
Oh, he was giving us the things that allowed us to say in like simultaneity with each other. He's like, okay, it's gonna be you're on this screen, and then we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, go, and then you're gonna hit the start button. And then we would look at him, and then he'd be like, 3, 2, 1, go.
And then it would crash, and then you'd go...
Well, no, look,
All right, I'll leave it at that.
I didn't deal with that many crashes. Was Galadad's fall... First off, I'm not going to call him Galadad. I have respect for my competitors.
Right on. Right horn.
Was Galadon's fall staged? I don't know, but I don't think so.
It definitely
was
wasn't.
not staged.
Okay.
Yeah. And the reason I have proof to back this up.
Oh, okay.
The grab of the curtain, right?
No, well,
Look, I'm not trying to make light of it. It sucks.
Yeah. But no, there was that one moment where what's his face? The Instagram Vine star guy.
Non-Pie Kid.
Yeah, that guy. He
What's so funny?
but just, yeah. So anyway, that guy. He also
I'm trying to maintain a level of mutual respect for my competitors, whom I spent the weekend with. So
he also tripped. So he I think that what they did is they had that curtain like a little bit too
low.
Yeah.
Too low. Yeah.
You know what? Actually, now that you've said that, I know it wasn't faked, because for the rest of the day, every time we went out, they told us to watch the curtain.
Right.
Oh, really?
That makes perfect sense in hindsight, how that all came to fruition.
Well, you could see it, like, when you were there, like, the at the bottom of the curtain, like, they had it clipped at the bottom next to, like, I guess, like, some sort of a support hole, and that definitely is what fucked people over.
I mean, I almost tripped on it as well. It's an easy thing to trip over. I'll just be straight up with you, you know? It was a large
Stages
curtain.
in general are just good for tripping on. And
Absolutely
I've had similar
true.
experiences in chorus before when I've had to get on stage.
What is
your mind's all over the
chorus?
place. Choir.
Choir!
We've done this before,
Okay.
right?
Also, I also want to point out that all of my competitors were very nice people. And people were nice to most of them, a little creepy to some of them, and then the Yasuo is taking the heat. Everyone's like, I don't like Yasuo. People think like he deliberately cheated in like cooking craze and took like a fourth life, or they're like, I don't like his attitude. He's very arrogant. It's not.
I don't think he cheated, but they didn't change the damn difficulty settings for half the freaking matches.
Backstage, he was like a normal dude. He was exchanging tips with people. He was having laughs. It was a personable thing. You know, everyone was having a good time.
I am so bad at Isaac now. I
I'm
died again.
Yeah, are you
Losing
bad
to
at
my-
Isaac? Did you drop a Blue Eyes White Dragon on Mom
Yeah,
yet?
Rob, what happened?
I'm losing to my girlfriend in Yu-Gi-Oh right now, so that's pretty fun. I haven't drawn any of my cards. It hurts, man. It hurts.
How can you not draw any of your cards? That doesn't seem.
Well, I mean, I'm drawing cards, but not the right ones.
Yeah, so not any cards?
Not a single one. I haven't
Oh.
drawn. Yeah, that was my handicap. Is that I didn't get any cards.
I mean, I'm sure there's magic decks like that.
Oh man, yeah, that was fun though. The whole tournament was enjoyable. I only went to one day of it though, personally.
Me too.
That's
you know.
highly fair, by the way.
Yeah.
Like there were people there, and we met them that were there all day, both days. You guys are out of your mind. First off, like, thank you, but also, oh my god, how much cooking craze have you watched now in your lives? Like, that's an outrageous amount.
I have to say about Cooking Craze, I was stuck to my monitor for the whole day of Sunday waiting to see how this thing was going to turn out. I literally, and I'm not exaggerating, I actually fell asleep in like the very last few matches before the very end because of Cooking Craze.
Look, I like how we said we're gonna try to maintain a little bit of positivity about
it's not anything against anybody. It's just the game is boring.
So, Cooking Craze was a diamond level sponsor of the tournament.
Well, I can say a positive thing about it. Jess has been playing it nonstop since the tournament. So,
And I've been playing Dancing Line, and I gave him $5.
Yeah. Yeah, well, me too.
I will say
Oh, no.
that line game
Yeah.
looked really fun. Although the host kept talking about how, man, this guy knows how to play piano. There are piano keys in the game. That is the only similarity between playing piano and that game where you press a single button on your phone.
Yeah,
like,
Dancing Line is legit for sure. Like that, it's a fun game. I never want. It's too high stress now. Like last year, I genuinely like making a joke without making light of a serious condition. I had like mild Crossy Road Pac-Man PTSD because last year I definitely choked in Crossy Road and lost. So those apps stayed on my phone for the whole year, and whenever I saw them, I was just like, oh fuck. I remember. I've got like only bad memories associated with that. This year, I think I did okay in Dancing Line, but it's kind of like the same thing. Like I never want to see it again as long as I live.
yeah.
Unless it comes back next year and I also somehow come back next year, that would be fine. But there are a couple of those games I definitely like enjoy genuinely, and if I hadn't already put 10 hours into each of them, would play more of. Also, I didn't realize, apparently, accidentally, I'm like a god of Flappy Bird. I had no idea.
You nailed the 69. That was your crowning achievement.
Nobody had touched the game in advance because they wouldn't let us play with it. They wanted it to be like sight unseen, and it just sort of like, I guess I got the brain for it somehow.
But like, they didn't want you to play Flappy Bird because it needed to be sight unseen. I mean, that game is just a game that's been out for years.
No, it got pulled from the App Store like a week after it came out in 2013.
They made a game jam. There's like 2,000 derivations.
Yeah,
of
but
it.
you look. It's like saying you want to practice like the knockoffs on the App Store. What if the physics are different when you get to the one that's actually real?
all right.
I'm just saying. I want to practice on the physics that they're gonna use on the. I don't want to get like, hey, you know, Jim Jeffries Flappy Bird, and he's got a totally different gravity parameter in there, you know?
I've played the game before. It looked pretty similar to that, only didn't have the giant coin and the little circling ghost thing.
Yeah, those were new to me as well.
I want to know how you knew what to practice in Dancing Line, because there are a lot of levels in that, and they had almost all of them featured on the show somehow.
Yeah, so the secret is you just practice every single one of them.
There's so many levels!
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
You're telling me, dude.
So if you had to do
I got every song in that game. You want me to give you a little piano, a little plains, a little winter?
If you had to do Mountain right now, would you be ready to go?
No. We got a document at the event that told us what the levels were gonna be. So I didn't practice Mountain.
Oh. Alright.
But
I'm down to take you on in Dancing
No,
Line.
I'm never gonna touch it again.
Yeah, but it would be funny.
You should take
It would be
me
funny
on
for you.
in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links instead, to be honest.
If you wanted to play Dancing Lines, why don't you practice with me? We would have elevated each other's games instead of now when there's no consequences.
You never told me what the games were.
I had many opportunities. I listed all the games in that Skype group. I said, hey, does anybody want to like scrim in some of these games? And I got ghosts. I got crickets in my ears.
I'm not sure I even knew any of that.
Now that the tournament's taking place, everybody's like, oh, I'd love to play Real Racing against you.
No one wants to play Real Racing. But
Real
I will
Racing,
play Dancing Line.
Dude, Real Racing. In terms of like the games from the event that are actually like the most fun for me personally, it's like Real Racing and Beat Fever. I will concede that probably Dancing Line is like the best game, but and Pac-Man 256 I love, and Crossy Road for whatever reason has a special place in my heart. But like those two are like the ones where I could see myself playing these.
If it weren't for the bad monetization, I would say for sure I'd recommend Dancing Line, but it's got terrible monetization.
What will blow your mind is that it actually has great monetization.
Oh, God. You're telling me I shouldn't download the Minions game? Is that where we're going?
The Minions game is also, I think, is pretty tasteful. Like, you don't have to pay for anything, but they do encourage you to do so. I admit Dancing Lines having an energy mechanic is kind of annoying, but it is also one of the games that's like, hey, like, for $6 you'll never see ads ever again.
No, you see the ads when you run them to get stamina.
Yeah, but
you
why?
You still have stamina when you pay for it.
But I'm just saying, why would you watch an ad to get energy in a video game? Literally, you're trading.
Oh, because you're trying to practice.
But you're trading your life to.
No, you put the ad on, you walk away. That's how you do it. But I actually figured out a trick for it this morning. I have an iPad and an iPhone.
Yeah.
If you run the ads on both devices at the same time, it saves it to the cloud. So you can actually double your ads at once and get 30 instead of 15 out of each one.
That's cool. I also think, it's kind of, Dancing Lines is like an arcade game.
It's just
like,
line, just dancing line.
Yeah, sure. But for like for $2, you get like unlimited plays for 24 hours, and I'm like, you know, that's all right.
No, it's not okay. I paid $5 for it.
How did you pay $5 for the app though?
I got a paid version, and I bought it. So I thought all the stamina would go away.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't go away when you buy it.
But I feel like something's just not right.
But no, what happens is it doesn't automatically play ads all the time between rounds. But you still lose stamina every time you go.
You're willfully choosing to buy, to watch the ad. It's not showing you ads.
Yeah,
you're choosing to be shown.
You have to do it when I run out of stamina. If I run an ad, I get 15 stamina, so I can play 15 more times.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I need to do that when I'm practicing, when the levels are too hard, and I lose 100 lives. All of a sudden, I got to watch a bunch of ads.
No, I'm with you on that. I mean, I also paid for the ad-free version, right. But then I also just bought unlimited energy. But I was playing in a tournament to try to win like 10 grand. So,
for your very specific situation, I would grant that is a better deal. Yes.
Again, I'm not bad-mouthing like any specific game in the pack, but it's still on the more positive side of monetization.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to say necessarily that there were games in the pack that might have cost you 50 cents per attempt, but
no,
perhaps that might indeed be the case.
That's not good.
That is pretty wild, actually.
That's too many cents. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, but I had to practice.
I know. They reimbursed you, though, right?
Nah. But I mean, like, yes, in terms of the prize money, and, you know. This is why you would come in 8th at Champions of Fire, and end up getting,
like...
I
might not just go at all.
Yeah, but, like, you know, I spent, like, $50 total in these games, and as a result, elevated myself to, like, being in the top 4. Because everybody...
literally pay to win tournament.
Well, everybody else was like, I'm not gonna put $10 into this game, I'll just wing it.
They're right. They shouldn't. That's terrible.
You gotta do some game theory, my dude.
No,
enjoy being right and having half as much prize money as a result.
I guess, yeah.
But sticking to your principles.
Okay, change topics. What other things happened worth talking about during the course of this event? I'm sure there's at least 20 other things.
So the one thing I'm going to touch upon, and I'm going to be delicate in the way that I do so, is I did see someone in chat ask if anybody talked to us about the NLSS community being so strong and present during the event, and the answer is yes. I did have some people.
Worries me.
I did have some people talk to me, and a lot of like from the production company and from the people running the event. Some of the people were like, "Dude, your community is so cool. How did you get so many people here?"
I like that.
Some of the people were like, your community's being, like, real toxic. And I'm like, I don't think that's the case. If you've seen other Twitch streams, I think that we're fairly good-natured. At least I'd like to think so.
Who said that, and where do they live?
Okay, well, that's not necessarily...
All right, it's time... No, I won't do it. Yeah, that sounds really kind of tone-deaf if they didn't realize what Twitch is like.
I think it's just, you know... The presence was, like, so high compared to the other people who were at the event that it occasionally maybe got a little out of hand, but yeah.
Is it dickish to say that maybe, though, their presence was kind of low?
Yes, of course. That's very dickish.
Why,
how would that not be dickish to say?
But
all I'm asking for is, like... Don't hang me out to dry with the people I just spent all weekend with who had nothing to do with the production side of the event. You're putting me in an uncomfortable situation here. Who was your least favorite competitor at the event?
No.
My least favorite competitor was...
You might as well just say me.
Is he gonna say it?
No. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't have any. I don't have any least favorites. I think everybody played fantastically.
No, that's
I found out a bunch of new people I would watch that I didn't know about before.
I mean, it is definitely not true that everybody played fantastically.
Well, there were losers.
Yeah, exactly. Big ones. No, but the reason that people are like, why is NL being so positive about the event? Well, there's like 2 reasons. 3 reasons, really. One is I had a lot of fun. 2 is, I feel a lot of sympathy for the fact that, you know, maybe on the viewing side there were some hiccups, but on our side, like, we had an easy job of mostly just sitting in the green room practicing mobile games and then collecting a fat check at the end. And then the third reason is because I just got paid money to play mobile games in a tournament setting, which is like basically a childhood dream. Is like, hey, you know this game you're playing on your phone? What if we just threw a televised tournament that you could win like potentially $10,000 at? So,
You didn't
like,
have a phone when you were a kid.
but you know, like a little Tiger Electronics thing or something like that.
That little thing where you shoot the bubbles up and you try to get the rings onto the plastic line.
Moreover, like everybody in the tournament was super nice. I don't know if people expected me to come back and be like, yeah, those people that were super nice to me all weekend, they were total idiots. Like, I'm not gonna just go off on them.
Yeah, fuck them, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
the
did
person
roast
putting
the
on my
shit out of
microphone
Maria.
put it on backwards once. After putting the microphone on 500 times over the course of 2 days.
There's a lot of intros, yeah. You did get introed probably about, I don't know, 25, 30 times.
Yeah, of course.
Y'all.
Anyway. How'd you get that Beach Buggy Racing t-shirt?
Oh, okay, so we went to the swag table outside of the entrance to the studio, and all I had to do was take a picture of whatever I wanted on that table and then tweet it, and then put an Amazon COF hashtag, and then that was the keys to the kingdom. I could have anything I want. So I took everything that they had on the table, and then I asked him, how do I get a Champions of Fire jacket with my Twitch name on
no,
the back?
dude, you gotta participate in the event.
And then he said, I wish I could have one too. And then I got
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 of those now. Well, one of them doesn't have my name on the back, but
Well, that sucks.
I also have 3 Amazon Fires, so
Tape them together. Make a... I don't know what that makes.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it seems like I probably wouldn't be the best thing for using the touchscreen, but
Yeah, maybe not.
oh, Galadon didn't get one. That makes
Aw,
sense,
lame.
I suppose. But yeah, that was Champions of Fire. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Galadon seemed great.
Dude,
Everyone loved Galadon.
I'm not even messing with you. I would like hang out with anybody that was at that event again. Like no questions asked. Yeah, except for Max.
But
I hate that guy. I was cracking gold all weekend and he wasn't even giving me a chuckle.
yeah,
It's not fair.
yeah, that's very rude of them, to be honest with you.
Highly so.
What is Wooden Cross?
It gives you 1 Holy Mantle invincibility per floor.
Oh, alright. Well, it's better than nothing. I saw something weird on my way in when I was on the bus.
Yeah.
You know how when you're on a bus, you're just kind of idly watching the traffic go by, and then one of these cars pulled up alongside.
I want to
the bus
stop
as
you
we
there
were
for a
driving.
second. Normally, I try to use my cellular telephone device to entertain myself on a long bus ride instead of just idly watching the traffic go by, but...
I mean, I was listening to a podcast, looking out the window. What's the big deal?
There you go. Yeah,
just
see,
like-
he was using it.
But you could also, like, listen to the podcast, and then you could have, like, you know, Reddit open in the background, or, like... we could-
Are you shaming me for looking outside?
Well, I mean, the way you framed it is kind of like, you know, there's nothing else to do but look out the window.
Well, thank goodness I looked out the window, because now I have a thing to say for 5 seconds. So,
I'm just saying,
weird moment to have a problem
I was
over.
just wondering if you are aware that there are other options
yeah,
that have recently
I
come into
used them.
existence for...
I do know.
You could be playing Cooking Craze during that time.
I didn't even know that I didn't want to be playing Cooking Craze at the time.
All right.
So I looked out the window, and one of those cars that pulled up next to the bus as we were driving had on the front of the dashboard about, I don't know, 35 or 40 of those little stickers you print out from like one of those label printers
Yeah, okay.
with like all kinds of stuff written on them. I couldn't really read it, it was too far away. And then I look a little further back and I realize in the seat in front of the dashboard is a car battery. I go, all right, that's a little weird. What's going on here? Then I look a little further back, and that car battery is actually sitting in the seat of a crash test dummy in its lap.
I have lost the mental picture of this.
So Okay, so as we keep zooming out, I come to realize all of the seats except the driver have crash test dummies in them, and the one in the passenger side has a car battery.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to understand what in the actual hell is going on in that car.
Maybe they need an extra car.
Are you saying that the car was being driven by a crash test dummy hooked up to a car battery?
There was a lady in the driver's seat, but every other seat had a person that was made of plastic inside of it, and then a battery in the lap of one of them.
Yes.
And then, like, creepy label printer things on the front.
That's pretty weird.
And the plate was from Arizona. So it traveled really far like that.
Yeah.
I'm not king shaming, just don't understand. Don't have a story. Need the story? Yeah, anybody have the story for that?
I mean, you can see a lot of weird stuff in New York. Like, some guy at a bar pulled a knife on Rob, and then
yeah,
when we left the establishment, he tried to light 2 pieces of trash on fire.
That's his friend.
I wasn't going to say it. He can say it if he wants to say it. I wasn't going to say it.
Yes, Jake did pull a knife on me at one point, yeah, during the night. That did happen.
The Rob doesn't fall far from the tree, as far as I know.
I was very confused about what had happened. But I believe that, if I remember correctly, and I might not, because, you know, it was like 4 in the morning, and we may have been drinking for longer than we should have. But I believe that he was talking about how soft your hair was. And then he asked me if I wanted some of your hair, and I was like, nah, it's all right. And then he said something along the lines of, I'll get you some of that hair. And then I just saw you, like, smack his arm and, like, knock him over. And then he was immediately like, all right, fair play, fair play. I did pull a knife on you. Fair play.
Yes. Yeah, no, that did in fact happen. Yeah, no, honestly, that's pretty par for the course in interacting with Jake.
Okay.
So, yeah. But again, like I mentioned in Skype chat, and I hope that story comes across well for the people in Twitch chat as well, that it lends a bit of credence to my stories of my wild youth, as he is a man that I would hang out with a great deal in high school.
Did you not get any of that hair?
I don't want that hair, dude.
You should have given. I mean, he had the knife. He was ready to chop it off.
Well, I mean, I feel like he would have just said, like, I'm going to take a knife out and get some of your hair. But he just, like, pulled it on you.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of credit to you. Like, you reacted with the animal part of your brain. Like, there was no, like, hey, is that a knife? What are you doing? It was just an instant, like, disarm, like, get out of my face sort of thing.
You did the Mac attitude. You, like, totally blocked him out.
It might be not the first time I've had a knife pulled.
By Jake.
Possibly by Jake as well, yes.
Yes, okay. Yeah. This is the same guy, and again, I don't want to, you know, blow up his own spot too hard. But after we left the establishment, we were like, hey, is there a place we can get some pizza? And he just kept walking, and he's like, oh, you want to find the best pizza in New York, huh? Yeah, I know a place. And then we walked for, like, it was probably like 15 minutes. I'm trying to be as realistic as possible, but it felt like 10 hours. And it was like, he was like,
he said 200 blocks on Spire.
It was a long time. Either way, we walked for a long time, and then he was like, here it is, the best pizza in New York, and it was a taco truck. And then we were like, well, this isn't pizza. And he's like, yeah, but anything you want, you can get here. And we were like, well, we don't have American cash. And he's like, well, American cash is like an ATM. It's just around the block. Follow me. And that's when I had just had it at that point. I was livid.
Did you get any American cash, though?
No, absolutely not, because he had betrayed the terms of the original agreement and lied to us, and then tried to get us to double down on going someplace else. So I said, no, I'm going back to the hotel.
Yeah, I mean, like, I will admit that he
bamboozled us.
He did.
It was a bamboozling.
He was trying initially to get you guys to go to the Mexican food truck, and then you guys did say, no, we want pizza, not Mexican food.
Wait.
So in our defense, he offered us, under honest pretense, to take us to this spot. And then when we declined, he just said, I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Just
So
making
you're
sure.
telling me there was no pizza at that truck?
No,
there was no pizza.
There may not be any
What?
pizza in New York for for the experience that I had.
One thing that I will say about that whole experience, though, is that you guys whined for walking 10 blocks so many times.
Oh, because we walked 10 blocks multiple times.
Yeah, but 10 blocks is nothing.
That's walking 10 blocks is the reason that every time we got to a place, they were like, "It's last call." That and arguing over whether we should go to the Upper East Side or the Lower East Side joint. Well, the Upper East Side, you know, they got nicer. The Lower East Side, though, around it, it's got, and it's on the corner of Alphabet City and 95 Street. You know, like.
What's happening, right? Are you saying words?
I'm doing my impression of a New Yorker at this point.
Yeah, we don't say many words.
It's true, yeah.
We do pull knives, though, with the best of them.
That is also true.
Apparently true.
Yeah, that does happen. Does tend to. Sometimes. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, there was I just want, like...
First, I need to defend myself in chat, because all the chads in chat right now are like, 10 blocks is nothing. 10 blocks at 5 a.m. after you walk 10 blocks at 1 a.m. and 10 blocks at 10 p.m. Starts to fucking add up, okay? It starts to add up.
Wow, you got some edge going on right now.
It was a contentious night, I will say.
Because all we wanted was some goddamn pizza. Nobody would let us eat at a pizza place that was open. They always said, "Oh, don't go to that place. It sucks. We'll go take you to this place." Nobody looks at their phone to see if the place that they want to go to is actually open. And then when it's closed, they go, "Oh, well, in my defense, it is really late."
Hey, look, I will say, in my defense, like
It was
really late. I'll give you that.
It was 5 a.m. Yeah,
But just check on the phone. See when the pizza
We were
place.
gonna find an all-night hot pot. What happened to that story?
We just ran out of time, basically. Like, 'cause we were on the clock
I was
so
stretched.
much.
Like, here's what was basically happening. I had offered like 5 or 6 locations at reasonable times, and then my expectations were like, like, hey, it's 5 a.m. in Chelsea. What's within 3 blocks? Because we don't want to walk very far. That is delicious food. It's like I don't fucking know.
Type it into your phone.
but like you want like good shit.
I don't care. I went to bed. I was so hungry. I went to bed. I woke up at 9 a.m. It was like a husk of there was no food to be had. So what happened after that is like we were just trying to get any matter inside of our body. Could not be done in like North America's second largest city at this time.
Oh,
so
like that.
We went back to the hotel, and then David was like, "I think there's a pizza place like a block away." And I was like, "You know what? I've seen it. And it said 24 hours, so I know you're right." But then Kate was like, "I'm too tired." And I was like, "It's really gonna bite us if we don't eat this pizza." And she's like, "I'm too tired." So we didn't eat any pizza. And it did end up biting us, but we survived.
Rod, that's not being a good steward of New York to let our guests leave hungry.
What
did you do?
I tried my best. I mean, there was a raise around the corner from the barcade, and I offered for that too, but, you know.
Wasn't there a gyro truck?
My perspective, we didn't have any American cash. Nobody told us to get American cash because we were trying to get a See,
I would have given you American cash. That's no problem at all.
That doesn't help me in hindsight.
I know, I wasn't there. It's my own fault, but
it's not your fault. I'm just saying the situation. Of course, there were many solutions to the situation.
Be hungry.
The situation's just become more difficult to resolve at 5 a.m.
That's true, they do. And when you're drunk, also.
Also true. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
So
Happy
my
birthday.
impression of New York is
Oh,
happy birthday. My impression of New York is that New Yorkers spend like 90% of their life being in transit. That's how I
really
finished.
wanted to avoid that. I agree, they do.
we have a term for it actually. That is I've learned is unique to New York. When I was researching the video for Civicta's video of shit New Yorkers say, schlep.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm familiar with the term.
Yeah. Yeah, but that is true. We spend a lot of it. Like I would see there was a pizza place called Artichokes, which is actually very good pizza at Union Square. But I knew if I had brought that up after Ace Bar, you guys were like, we're not walking, 15 blocks to get pizza.
Of course not, because every block takes like 2 minutes to walk.
But it's not. It's really not that far.
That's 30 minutes at 4:30 in the morning. That's too far.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you run the math? Did you see what your destination time would be at that
No,
point?
because they don't look it up.
The sun would
They
be
never
up, I
look
think.
it up.
We gotta get you a phone, Rob.
I have a phone.
They can't.
You know,
my theory right now is that if you're a New Yorker, you can only take out your phone if there's not another New Yorker within like the same group as you. Because if you take out your phone and they don't, they punked you. They're a better New Yorker than you are because they don't need their phone, and you have now been made to be the beta New Yorker in the group.
To be honest with you, that's like very true.
Yeah.
That is pretty much entirely the case.
Okay.
Like, here's the thing too, is that I've mentioned this before, but you know, people are always afraid to ask for directions. If you're in New York City, if you're ever in New York City, don't ever be afraid to ask for directions, because every New Yorker will tell you very specific details.
Can I bring
about
something up though?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bring up a question. Yeah. How many times did we walk in the wrong direction towards something?
Actually, we walked one time in the wrong direction towards a Joe's Pizza, but honestly, I blame Jason Letterman. I don't know if you're watching the show right now, but he
might be. He liked one of my tweets about the show, so he might.
He said he knew. He said he knew where we were going, and then he didn't. I followed him, and you know what? Ultimately, that was a poor decision.
Can I ask you where Jason Lederman is from?
Yeah. Actually, I think originally he's not from New York.
See, look, it's all one big game when you live in New York of who's the real New Yorker.
I'm just saying.
Oh, the other New Yorker who's originally from, Hoboken actually got the address wrong. It wasn't me.
No, but yeah, no, but anyway, yes, back to what I was saying, the details. Like, every New Yorker wants to show off how much they know about New York, so if you ever need directions, everyone will tell you. In fact, if you ask one person and someone overhears, someone else might come up and chime in and tell you better.
And override them, and then they'll get in a fight.
Yeah, that can happen too, yeah, that'll happen.
Like, to be straight up, I did not get an accurate impression of New York, because we were at the event for so long every single day. So, yeah. I did not leave and go like, I'm never going back to this town again. I was like, this place is cool. If maybe we could start our night before 11 p.m. and have time to actually, like, eat and maybe consume some adult beverages, that would be ideal. That would be, like, a more representative example of what it's like to live in New York. But I left with a certain opinion of New Yorkers, which is not even bad, just proud. That the New Yorkers are extremely prideful.
Very much true. Yes, that's not something that you came away with falsely.
Not necessarily impolite.
Yeah, I don't know why New York has that reputation of impoliteness, because that's not the case. Very prideful. Yes, absolutely.
All right, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
When I was getting on the E train going back to the bus station, like, it was the most crowded train I have ever been on. There was not any room to stand, to the point where people were squishing each other. And everyone was still polite.
Mm. Yeah, no, people are very polite in the city.
Except for when I needed to get off the train, and people needed to get on the train more than I needed to get off. And I was stuck in this awful torrent of there's so many people coming at me, I can never leave. And I was really worried the train was about to leave without me getting
That happens everywhere and is annoying. Even like, Canadians have a reputation for politeness. You get off the Vancouver train, 100 people will try to squeeze their way in before you get off, and you're like, "There's an easier way to do this."
Yeah, it's just bad etiquette.
Yeah,
everybody knows the rule. You get off the train before the people get on. I don't know why.
Like, it's competing anxiety. Like, the people on the platform are like, "The train might leave without me." And people in the train are like, well, the train might leave with me still in it. The train might leave with me.
But isn't my problem a worse problem than theirs? Because if they fuck theirs up, they just wait for another train. If I fuck mine up, I gotta go on another train.
Absolutely true. Doesn't happen in Japan? Okay, I think you are correct.
Well, that's nice.
But in Vancouver, I've also never had anybody on the train say, "Why are you hiding?" White pejorative. And then...
All right.
I'm not saying that racism doesn't exist here, but there's less racism against me specifically, so...
Right, okay, yeah.
That is, that impacts my own experience. Haha, get wrecked, Gaijin. Correct, yes. Oh, GG, Japan Carey. Anyway. Yeah, like I mean, we've talked about this multiple times, but like my impression, not necessarily of people in Boston, but my impression of like waitstaff in Boston is that they are actually rude, and that's part of like the thing. That's like part of the charm of Boston. Is just like, oh, if you're too much of a soft baby, then get away. And I guess I'm too much of a soft baby. I didn't leave with that impression in New York. I was like, businesses operate as they seem to be supposed to operate here.
Yeah, New York doesn't dom you nearly as hard as Boston does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Some people like that kind of thing. I guess I'm not really into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The service in New York is definitely, on the whole, better than Boston, I would say. Sort of inarguably.
Do you have what cities does New York have a rivalry with? Is it Philly?
Chicago?
Philly and Boston, actually, both.
Oh.
Yeah, both of them. Probably more Boston because of the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then also the Jets and the Patriots, but then that's really not much of a rivalry, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
That's very dismissive.
I'm just being honest. We don't really contend with them at all.
They're just really bad, huh?
Yeah, the Jets are
Well,
typically.
You know, I'll throw I'm not trying to badmouth anybody else's city. I'll throw my hat in for New York. I'll be on the New York side of the argument for now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jets fans. Everyone hates you, I guess. Sorry.
I'm a Jets fan, and life is hard, is all I'll say about the whole situation, really. But, you know, what are you going to do? Such is life. In the next couple of years, once Tom Brady retires and Bill Belichick retires, then, you know, maybe things are going to be on the up for us.
Do you guys, like, actually hate your city rivals, or is it like, they're not as good as us, but I'd still take them over, you know, California?
There's like a weird thing where we definitely hate we 100% hate them.
Unironically just despise them.
Yes, but it's for some reason it is only
this?
when they're playing for that team.
So it's like 100% like a sports thing.
Yeah.
Growth.
Yeah. So
There's a new card.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I mean, that's been in since like last January, but
Oh.
it is new. It's one of the newer cards. I'll give you that.
Growth. It has a different graphic and everything.
There was a funny thing that happened recently where, Eli Manning got benched on the Giants, and in the NFL subreddit, the people coming out in full force to defend Eli were not just Giants fans, but also Philly fans and Cowboys fans and Redskins fans, who historically, hate Eli Manning.
Yeah.
So, there's almost like a brotherhood in hatred.
All right.
That's nice.
That is nice.
Yeah.
That's some kind of hateful brotherhood.
The enemy of your enemy is your friend, right? That's the way to do it?
Basically, yeah.
Like
Well, like the way we are here is like, I don't know. Like Vancouver's rivals are Calgary, Edmonton, Portland, and Seattle, and maybe Toronto, like long term. But if they're playing soccer against each other, I'm like, man, I fucking hate Portland. And they'd be like, oh, where do you want to go? Like, we got a week off this August. How about Portland? That sounds lovely. Like, we kind of have like we love to hate him.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny you mentioned Calgary. There's like a story about a rock in Calgary that just came up the other day. I don't know if you heard about this, but I guess there's this one rock, and cars just keep flipping over on it. And,
they should get rid of it. Nenshi, what are you doing? You got to get that rock out of here, man.
That's the thing. They're going to get rid of the rock, and now there's a movement of people who want them not to get rid of the rock. And I just think that's so quaint.
I mean, Calgary is it's a big city. It's not like a little baby town, as much as I would love to suggest that it is.
I'm just saying, like, what do you think about the rock? Should they keep it?
I mean, if cars keep flipping over the rock, I think they should get rid of the rock. But I can't help but feel that if anybody wants to keep it, there must be some kind of, cultural reason for
I think they just like how funny it is that people keep flipping over.
It's a really good way to, figure out who's a local and who isn't, I guess.
Well, it's very clearly marked. It's got yellow curbs, and there's like a big thing next to it that stops the cars, and yet they keep flipping over it. So clearly they're not getting the point.
Is it on the road or?
No. It's off in a parking lot in in this part of a turnaround thing. They have no business getting near that rock. I don't know why they keep doing it.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, it's just a real silly story.
About the situation.
Made me laugh.
People
nice
think
way.
it's a ramp, apparently, is what Chad said.
They think it's a ramp. It doesn't look at all like a ramp. It looks like a pointy rock.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's silly.
We have you know, like in Calgary and Edmonton, we're like, hey, how's it going, rednecks? How you enjoying the, you know, $40 a barrel oil price? Pretty sweet, right? And they're like, how are you enjoying your $1.4 million house that was built in like 1970 out of wax paper and bamboo? And you're like, yeah, you're right. you got us. You got us good, you motherfuckers.
Someone in the NLSS Circle Jerk should quote Ryan as saying, yeah, we should get rid of The Rock.
Hey! This guy's just gunning for a promotion while I'm gone. That's all.
I'm just saying, you know, that's a good... That's some free karma right there is all I'm saying.
I looked up Calgary Rock. It looks nothing like a ramp. Can we just get can we just get a straight answer on this story about why people are driving into this rock?
I really couldn't tell you. It's stupid.
Is it like... So people see it because it's got the hazard stuff around it, but they still drive into it?
As far as I know, yeah.
But why?
It looks like it's in an island in a parking lot, and then people go around the island, but somehow they cut their wheel too sharp, and then they cut into the rock.
They drive into the rock. Oh, they drive into their rock because they don't know where their wheels are. I see. I'm starting to figure it out.
We all know that the wheels on the bus go round and round, so...
I get if you're like, I want to avoid this roadkill skunk in the road, so I need to know where my wheels are. But with this particular situation, I don't know how the wheels get off the road. The rock's not on the road.
Mm-hmm. He almost never is, yeah. He usually has people drive him.
But he was in the Fast and the Furious.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
So,
he was barely on the road. He was kind of going sideways over the road most of the time.
Multi-track drifting.
Yeah.
It's an obvious rock to not hit. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Dennis hit a rock once while I was in the car.
What?
As far as like accidents go, that's probably like the most minor one you could imagine.
Yeah, I mean the reason that he hit the rock is less than minor.
Was he smoking crack or something?
No, but like basically Dennis does this thing where if he's driving, he will have one hand on the wheel and one hand on the radio. Yeah.
I don't like that.
We'll listen to maybe 20 seconds of each song. And
does he drive a stick shift or an automatic?
It's an automatic car.
Okay, because otherwise I'd be like impressed, but also concerned.
They removed the rock yesterday?
Oh!
No, that's probably why I saw the story then, because it was updated because they removed it, but I never saw that part.
I mean, I think that's a good thing then.
The history of the rock is...
The history of the property damage done by that rock cannot be erased. You've done it again, Nenshi. Nenshi's the mayor of Calgary.
Oh.
I'm nostalgic for the rock. I'm sad it's gone.
The NLSS curse strikes again.
Yeah.
Wait, is the rock gonna die now?
No!
Because that would suck. I would hate that.
You kept making it about the Rock Johnson. I made it about a freaking piece of stone.
Yeah, and it's already dead. So...
Well, does a stone ever really live?
That's a fair point.
Seems like a question I should know the answer to.
Yeah, I mean, like, by the literal way, no.
Correct. Yeah.
Definitely.
What about igneous?
Did you say igneous?
Yeah. Muhammad Ali?
Yeah, I said igneous. Igneous rock.
Okay, I was just making sure, you know. Yeah, that sounds cool.
So that's like the news in Calgary.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Is that there's a rock that people can't stop flipping their cars over. So you can see why we make fun of them over here. And then they're like, hey, how is it to have 4 people every day die of a fentanyl overdose? And you're like, you know what? That's too far. You've gone too far with the joke now, and you've taken it out of joke territory. It was a joke that was at your expense, and now it's at our expense, and I don't appreciate that.
I like news like there's a rock that cars flip over, because if you know the news that I'm getting used to, I really want simple stuff again.
Yeah. Like,
gonna
Nick
make it about that,
is
but-
very disappointed that Russia got banned from the 2018
Yeah.
Olympics.
It's a problem, and I'm worried about it. I don't know what that's going to mean for the world stage.
Yeah, I mean, well, we saw how that worked out with Germany in the 1930s.
Did we see that, or was that seen?
Someone saw it.
You know, it was seen.
It was a scene.
Wait, but what happened?
Rob didn't see it. He doesn't know.
No, but I mean,
Yeah,
like, what?
I wasn't there.
Did they run the Olympics during World War II?
Just before.
Like, I know that there's the Jesse Owens Olympics in, like, 36 or whatever, but, like, in 1940, did they run the Olympics? Surely not.
I highly doubt it. I mean,
Wait, wasn't there the story about, was it Jesse Owens, the runner?
Yeah.
That was World War II, wasn't it?
that
They
was
would
just
not
before
have
World
the
War II.
Olympics
Oh.
in Berlin in the middle of World War II, you madman.
But I thought that's why it was a big deal, because he ran anyway.
That would be, the IOC is like, well, things are a little contentious in Europe right now, but sure, we'll throw them in Berlin.
All right. I guess that's a fair point.
Oh my god.
So the Olympics were though like in 1936. That's crazy, actually.
It's extremely close.
Yeah, that's like months before.
All right, so I wasn't that crazy then.
Well,
Well.
but like, sort of.
Yeah.
Because like,
Months before? Come on.
well, I mean, it depends, I guess, on when you consider the Second World War to have started. Because the traditional date is 39. But it's also kind of like, isn't that like, that's when England declared war? England and France declared war on Germany? But before that, you know, the Third Reich was kind of like, we're just going to take this country. And then you're like, all right, but don't do it again.
Stop that.
3 years is months.
If it's
Well,
a baby.
If
then-
it's a baby, that's exactly what I was going to say, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
When do you stop calling your baby X amount of months old?
I would
Yeah.
say 2 years.
Is there a rule?
If I, you know, ever end up at that point in my life, I'm going to say 2 years. If I ever
But
say
wouldn't
my
it be
baby
cool
is...
if it was a minion, though?
If I ever say my baby is 25 months old, not okay. Some people in chat are saying 1 year, and I'm like, nah. That's like, every month at that point is 8% of a baby's life. That's an insane amount of time. So if they're like, if someone wants to say their baby is like 14 months old, I'm like, I get it.
Why don't you just say half a year? Why do you have to say it in the amount of months?
Well, because I just don't like the way Americans measure things.
I think I don't either. I'm trying to understand it.
But half a year, I have to do something in my head. If you say half a year, in my head, I'm going to go 6 months. I got. You're making me do a
Wait,
conversion.
You don't stop at half a year? Because I can stop there.
but what
I
if,
hear half a year, I just know what that means. I don't have to think about it.
I got to do the translation in my head.
Okay, so you think in terms of months. That's why it's a problem.
Well, then
for
why
you.
don't you say your baby is a quarter of a year old?
I'm thinking in terms of years. So
Why
for
don't you
me,
answer?
that's my
Why don't you
stopping
answer
point.
the question? If you're so,
Yeah?
if you believe so firmly in it, why don't you say
Well,
your baby is a quarter? It's 3/4 of 1 year old.
I don't know. At 3 months old, nobody's talking about how old your baby
What are you
is.
doing? I disagree with
Are
this
they?
on principle.
They're still,
Well-
like, bedridden, aren't they?
Ivanka's baby on Twitter had its birthday at 9 months, so I mean, really, it's just up to the
I did see that.
yeah, it's just sort of up to the person at that point, I think.
I really like, and this is an enduring Champions of Fire story, when we were at the after party for Champions of Fire, and it was like relatively low key and fun. And then, not that it would ever stop being fun, Amazon, if you're watching, but the vibe changed. It was like, we felt like a pressure in the air almost. Like some kind of supersonic
plateau.
wave. Yeah, something like it had passed over us. And then, mere seconds later, a group of young ladies next to us got up on our table and started singing Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. And
Yeah.
Rob just looked at us and said, this is what happens when yuppies get drunk. And I was like, that's such a good expression. I loved it, with the way you said it. With such
Yeah.
disdain, but also resignation in your voice. It's like, yeah.
It's very accepting of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you could feel their kill ambition, which is where the pressure in the air comes from.
Oh, yeah,
usually.
that's when they're thirsting. When the hunger appears.
Thirsting usually means something different when people are drunk, doesn't it?
I think it means something different at all times.
Oh.
And by something different, I mean it means the same thing at all times, and it means you got a big old boner.
What are they thirsting for if you got a boner? I don't get that.
What do you? They're thirsting for liquid, aren't they?
They're thirsting
Why?
for some sort of a liquid.
Yeah,
that's
it's an aqueous solution.
All right.
Because I'm with you, like, I mean, I might be a yuppie. I'm kind of straddling the line, but definitely,
You're a yuppie, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll live with it. I've had times where, like, I've gotten drunk, and I'm like, people will be like, what do you want to listen to? And I'm like, you got to put on this Cool G rap song where he talks about killing a dude in a taxi cab.
That's not cool
And then,
at all.
like, never once have I been like, I gotta hear Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You right now. Not only do I have to hear it, but other people have to hear me hearing it. That's too far.
That's a bridge too low.
Yeah, absolutely. And you would know, City of Bridges.
Mm-hmm. Very much so, yeah. Lots of bridges in the city.
I'm finishing up this run. It's close. Finishing up.
That's fine. I'm having
fine.
a duel right now.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah.
The moon.
Yeah, no. That whole crowd was fun.
They were cutting loose. I mean, we were cutting loose too.
Yeah, yeah.
It was also a very rude awakening, and I've had this happen at multiple events where it's like it's an open bar, and everyone's like, "This place is cool," and then the open bar ends. David came back, and he's
It's
like,
not cool anymore.
He's like, bottled beer is $11 a bottle. And
No!
and we went, okay, time to go. See you later.
That's too expensive for
That's
any
a-
beer.
That's a lot of money for a bottled beer.
I was
so
complaining about the, what was it, $7 beer at the place we went to? That's like way worse.
A $7 beer is essentially like a normal city price at this point.
I don't like that either.
Is it
Beer
inflation? man.
should be like $3.
That is unreasonable.
That is probably
A
unreasonable.
$3 pint of beer is like an illegal establishment.
I was thinking a bottle because we were just saying bottles.
Well,
but,
that's fine. It's still, that's like,
that
place is
okay.
doing something. They're not paying their tax. or something.
$5 pint, I'm okay with.
That is, I would describe that as on the cheap side.
Yeah.
$5 pint of a regular average beer, nothing special. I don't have much more to qualify this
But
with,
like,
so
like
I
if
hope
it's-
this is going okay.
That's like during happy hour or something.
No, that's just what I want it to cost all the time. Is that unreasonable that I want affordable beer?
The way you phrase the question makes it impossible for me to give you my honest
I
answer.
guess, yeah.
It's not unreasonable, but I think it is not in keeping with the current market trends.
Freaking
I also-
inflation.
I started talking like this once I came back from New York. You know?
This is right, yeah. It comes with the territory.
If only I'd slipped into this Woody Allen impression at not such an inopportune time for it, you know? That's like when we were at... I gotta be delicate with this one. When we were at Joe's Shanghai, eating some soup dumplings, which were delicious, by the way, there was a wall behind us of famous people that have eaten us at...
They've eaten you.
They have eaten at Joe's Shanghai, okay? The soup dumplings place. And there was like Justin Long, Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, Jake Gyllenhaal, and the place that I sat next to was Brett Ratner.
Wow.
And I was like, you guys gotta take that photo down. He's going down. He's about to eat Gal Gadot, not Gal Gadot,
Gal
two different
Gadot,
people. Just issued an ultimatum that was like, if you don't cut Brett Ratner from this stuff, I'm not gonna be in Wonder Woman anymore. I'm like, you gotta take down that Brett Ratner photo, man.
Did you just try to say Galadon and did it really badly?
Did I call him Gal Gadot? Look, okay, I no disrespect meant, but literally, I met him after the event started. So I was like, I had other things on my mind at the time.
The epic
fine.
of Galgadon.
And now I've realized that for the past like 4 days I've called him Gal Gadot. So that's my mistake.
Galgadon.
But anyway, you gotta take
How
down that
long do
Brett
they
Ratner
have to
photo,
take
man.
that Brett Ratner down? Do you think they got like a week or two?
Well, I'm not gonna tell him. I'm not gonna be like, hey, did you know that guy is? Because who knows? Maybe he's like Brett Ratner's biggest fan or something.
Doesn't that mean you should absolutely tell him because you don't want to be the fan of a dude you don't know what he did?
Maybe he's a really big fan of the sexual harassment things that he did.
Oh, shit.
That's the thing, is you
Could
never
be.
know, dude. It's
So you're
2017.
worried about offending him for that?
I just don't want him to spit in my soup dumplings.
I'll wait until you got him on the table. and
Which
pull him
were
aside.
delicious, by the way.
No thanks to Brett Ratner.
No thanks to Brett Ratner, probably. I
Soup
can't.
dumplings are definitely interesting, though. They're a weird, sort of a unique experience.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
it really is a dumpling full of soup.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. It was a wonderful food.
Doesn't it burn your chin?
Yeah, it's real hot.
Yeah.
But you bite into it, and then you get scalding hot soup on your chin, and then it burns. That
Yeah.
seems like a bad
I
setup.
mean, you shouldn't get it in your chin. You should get it on your mouth, like in your mouth.
It's gonna go in your mouth. It's gonna squish out. A little bit's gonna run
so
down your chin.
you bite and you kind of form like a little seal with your
Oh, and then you
mouth.
go-
And yeah, you slurp the soup out. That's what I was told, at least.
It's like eating an oyster.
Yeah, sort of like that.
Huh. I'm going off of my wonton experience. This is where I'm getting this.
See, I think that the optimal way to eat the soup dumpling is you put it on the little spoon thing that they give you,
Yeah,
and then you bite off the top,
yeah.
and then you suck out the soup.
Is it a special spoon?
I mean, it's like the same kind of spoon you get for like ramen or something like that. It's very
Yeah,
similar.
yeah.
Oh, it's one of those like.
It's an
shallow.
Asian soup spoon.
Yeah, I gotcha.
The wide spoon.
I was getting excited because anytime there's a specific utensil for a type of food, I'm like, okay, I'm interested. Let's see what's going on over here.
See, I was not told about biting the top and sucking the soup out. What I did, and what I was
Bit the
told by
side.
the other New Yorker we were with, yeah, I bit the side and
I
sucked
would
the
have bit
soup
the side
out.
too.
Which worked fine, except for the fact that
You
the
spill
soup,
the soup everywhere.
the soup
Yeah.
spills out unless you suck it all out. I guess if you bite off the top, then it stays in the little cubby hole, so I can
What does
understand.
it say about us that we immediately decide the side is the way
No,
to
I
go?
was told. I was
Yeah.
told to bite the top by another dude, my friend Jay we were hanging out with,
Yeah.
he went to school at NYU, so I was like, this is a smart guy. He knows what he's talking about. And it
Checked
worked.
his credibility and everything.
It worked, but there was a better way, supposedly.
Yeah. You definitely eat it from the top. Mother, this fucking guy has so many traps. I'm so mad.
Get your blue eyes black dragon out.
I would like to.
your blue eyes, white dragon.
I'm done with Isaac at this point.
Dude, I
so
would love to
whenever
be
you're
done
ready.
with Isaac as well. I feel you on that.
You could just press the little X in the top right corner.
Yeah,
It
but I'm
takes
like
care of that for
on
you.
the chest, so it's
Oh,
like,
alright.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
I
I
mean,
mean,
who knows what happens when you beat the game, right? I mean, it could be anything.
Well, it's more like I don't want to, because then it interrupts my whole workflow. Like if I start to do an Isaac
guess.
episode and it goes continue, and then if I go new game, it ends the streak, and then if it's
Sure,
like,
sure.
it's just it's a whole fucking thing.
Oh, I want to kill everyone.
Don't do that.
I just want them all dead. Every single one.
We live in a cooperative society, Rob.
Sort of.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
some
that's a
ways
fair
we
point,
do,
yeah.
but
Not on my lawn.
yeah. As long as you don't like I'm happy to help anybody if they like want directions or something like that. But if they ever want any of the resources that I've accrued in my life to help them in unfair situations, then sorry. Get off of my lawn.
Right. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Any of the resources. So you're saying food, money,
Money,
liquids,
oxygen, water, yeah, calories.
You wouldn't give
minis-
them. You wouldn't give them oxygen if they were.
Is it my
drowning.
oxygen?
Yes,
Did
it's
I?
your oxygen.
I wouldn't give them oxygen.
You pulled them out of the lake. They've basically drowned, as far as you know. But you know CPR. You could bring them back.
As long if they're taking society's oxygen, more power to you.
You're the only one there, and you could save their life by breathing oxygen into their lungs to get the water out. You choose not to?
How am I going to breathe oxygen into their lungs? Am I a
You
plant?
pinch the nose and you
Am I-
blow in.
Am I photosynthesizing right now without my realization?
You own the oxygen in your own lungs.
Nicholas. we breathe in oxygen. We breathe out carbon dioxide.
Well, why do people blow into the mouth?
I thought it was just so that you would like be. It's like a smelling salt for someone's bad breath. That you'd be like dead, and then you'd be like, brush your
No,
teeth.
you're right about the carbon dioxide thing, but now I'm starting to think, what's the actual purpose? There is a purpose because it's actually a thing.
I guess it's
it
like
Dislodges the water, so they.
Nah, it's
cough?
like you don't use like 100% of the oxygen when you breathe in,
inefficiency.
unless you were like I guess holding your breath for like a really really long time.
You breathe out 60% O2 or something.
Really?
That's like way more than I thought.
It's about like 59% more than I thought.
CPR is all compressions now?
We only use 59% of the 14% of the oxygen we breathe in. See, and that's why we should never let the government handle oxygen, because it's so inefficient.
Just destroyed my argument for whether you own your own oxygen or not.
I just want this run to end. Please get out of here.
I just want this man's deck to not exist.
This person is a ton of credibility, too, is a respiratory therapist. Like, everything you say, I'm going to probably believe.
I've been a respiratory therapist. Hey, Doc, I'm not feeling so good. Take a deep breath. There you go. Get out of my office. That'll be $100, please.
You breathe in 21% oxygen, but breathe out 17%, so at least you're giving them some oxygen.
Yeah, but what have they done for me?
It forces the lungs to compress when you stop breath so the water is pushed out / activates the coughing reflex. Huh. Thanks for the tips.
It's useful.
I love when we learn stuff on the NLSS. It's cool.
I hate it.
It happens from time to time. Like, I learned that the guy's name is not Muhammad Ali.
It's not Muhammad Ali. Yeah,
it's Muhammad. And then you take a second, you have some respiratory therapy, and then you go, Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Ali.
Oh, come on, Ali. No more minions, speak please from this moment.
Wait, I'm not done talking about minions yet.
I missed all that, is the thing.
Oh, he really
I was backstage during the minion conversation. But dude, okay, so like you want to transition like instantly into golf, essentially, a seamless transition
that'd be
here?
great.
Awesome.
Sure, yeah.
Are you not gonna run ads?
Sure, let's do it.
I mean, I was thinking about it, but we are also like 20 minutes late, so maybe I'll just run like a lot of ads later. That's not really how it works.
They can only run
but
3 minutes, really. So
Like 10 minutes left in segment 1. Better start a new Isaac run.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I thought it was Azazel.
30 minutes.
What do you want? Golf with your friends or Azazel? Or golf with your friends or golf?
yeah, I'll pick Azazel.
Yeah, I'll take Azazel.
Golf Magazine presents 36 great holes starring Fred Couples. Golf's best, St. Andrews, the home of golf.
Golf with your friends, then?
Works for me.
Okay.
Golf Japan training.
I
They
love Japan training.
teach you Japanese language while you play golf? What is that?
The one thing I will say about the hosts, I'm sure not every joke landed. However, they were upstage, and I mean up on stage, for like 24 hours talking about stuff that they're like probably saw like 2 days earlier. So I have a little bit of sympathy, and when people are like being really hard on them, I'm like, it had a tough job.
There's two sides to the story. On one hand, it was a little ridiculous that so many of the jokes were just nothing. They kind of forgot who many of the people were. But the other side of the story is, like, there's something funny to say, right? Like, lean into the funny stuff. If you're going to go, let's talk about Minions, let's just talk about Minions for like a half an hour. Do that.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Whoa.
How's it going, Austin?
It's going good.
I hate so much. I have so much hate in my heart.
Did you lose in
No, not at all yet. And it's very frustrating that I haven't lost yet or won. Just choose one enemy. I would like that. I would like one of those.
Okay, I'm just gonna like stop. Get on golf, you madman.
I'm getting on golf. What golf are we playing?
Golf with your friends?
Jolf?
Oh, okay.
How's it going? How's it going, Austin?
Jolf?
It's going good. It's going. How you doing?
Play some Jolf?
I'm doing well. I can't speak today, apparently, but I'm working on
It
it.
happens, you know. I can't speak any day, so just normal for me.
I can't seem to speak.
I worry about the splitation.
Apparently, there's been a berry blurtation. Yeah, so maybe there's a new course. Nope, but it is like it's snowing in Golf Town.
Mine's loading right now.
We're in the era now where all of the Steam games need to update so they can add snow to the main menus.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
They probably also have a thing hooked up with the like holiday sale, maybe, and it'll be something card-wise usually.
You guys got a course preference? Is there a course we almost never play normal golf on? Is it Forest?
I mean, we play that.
Do we always do Weird Forest?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, we played a lot of these ones. Not that that's a problem. I mostly like all of these courses.
Oh, dude, Corey is setting me up for a Steam bit that I did in his chat last night. So I was browsing the upcoming releases on Steam. Here's one for you. Nick, I think this one might be up your alley.
I like alleys.
This one is called Milky Boobs.
I saw the trailer for that today. You're shooting a bunch of ladies on the beach with a shitload of milk.
All the hot babes went crazy, and there's only one thing that can cool them down. Your cool, thick, and extra juicy milk. Mmm.
I love the gun. It's got like an injection of milk on the side of it, and you shoot it and splats out everywhere.
The summer has come, and what could be better than to relax at the beach and watch some gorgeous ladies playing volleyball? But then shit got real. Maybe it was the sun, maybe it was because of too many mojitos on the beach, maybe it was out of feminism, and I'm just shrugging.
It was.
But suddenly, all the beautiful girls went crazy and got too hot. Now there's only one thing that can cool them down. Milk. Lots, with an apostrophe between the T and the S of lots. Lots of cool and extra juicy milk. Good thing that you always have your milk blaster with you, and you are ready to rescue humanity by cooling down some hot babes.
When you hit them, they ragdoll, I think, too, so they go everywhere.
So yeah, let's have Hafu on the show. It's a great idea.
We're not gonna call an
Hafu
audible.
likes milky babes?
We're not gonna call an audible and invite someone to the show mid-show. The way it's gotta go, and I'm very open to it, but I gotta talk to them for like at least a half hour beforehand and be like, just so you know, like, here's what we do, and like it's not
watch one. You know?
Yeah, like maybe watch 15 minutes and get the vibe, and it's okay.
I know that our actions don't necessarily speak to this, but I think an underlying way to think about this is that the NLSS is not really a guest show.
For the most part,
we just have a recurring group of people, and sometimes someone falls in by accident.
True.
And it can be good.
Yeah.
Justin's integrated very well recently, I thought. Justin understands, but you gotta almost like give him like a soft
him back to the wild.
You gotta do like a soft lead in and be like, "This is what the show's about." Like someone might say, you know, splurtjism. They might say, you know, what would be a great name for a lizard? Squirtjism.
Splurtjism.
Yeah. I need you in the game as well, Nicholas.
Oh, see, I didn't know that you had a room going on here. I was wondering what was going on.
So what's going to happen, you ask?
All
on your quest to wet the babes, you should be prepared for the following. Protect the beach babes.
To wet the babes.
Protect the beach
I've
babes.
always wanted to go on a quest to wet the babes.
Protect the beach babes from overheating. Discover the hidden high school booby base.
Oh.
Take a cooling break in a beach resort. Refresh more booby babes than you could ever dream of. Find new cool milk blaster and many new locations that desperately need your protection.
Baba had a baby, it's a booby baby.
There's another one, I believe. Yep, there it is. It's called Daddy's Girls. And I'm gonna.
Nope, no.
When Alice and Emma grew older, their relationships with their dearly loved daddy turned into something much more, something unexpected and yet secretly long wished for.
No.
Did you see the one where it's like a little boy and he dates these grown cat men?
I did not.
That sounds fantastic.
I think I bookmarked it so I could go back to it later. I'll look for it in a minute.
I gotta start my royalty-free classical music here, because
I can't get to sleep.
By the way, like as we load into Forest here, I am going to essentially read more of these. Is everybody taking forever to load?
Yeah, it's taking a while.
You went a bit robot-y there for a
second. Robot.
Now I'm in though.
He's probably all tabbing.
Hello.
Textures look like way sharper now, or something.
Still robot-y or not robot-y?
No, you're
not
good.
robot-y.
Ah, sick.
Bit of a hard shot there, Ryan.
The responsibility towards his little girls was what made, and I wish it wasn't his name, but it is, was what made Ryan be on track all those years. Alice and Emma were all he had, and he has yet to understand that they were also all he ever needed. After passing the age of 30, having two pretty girls wearing half naked through the hour was just too much for Ryan to bear.
No.
While looking pretty much the same, girls have been significantly different on the inside. Alice, whose cheerful but responsible attitude was greatly appreciated wherever she went, was on the school council and considered the more intelligent of the two. Emma, on the other hand, was much more extrovert than her sister, and has twice been voted the most popular girl of the entire school.
What do you mean different on the inside?
No.
Could a man desire anything else while having such gems within toughing distance?
Oh, tough. I found the one I was talking about. It's called Nekojishi. This is a story. Nekojishi. It's a story about a college student who's suddenly able to see 3 feline spirits. Ever dreamed about having furry beastmen hanging around with you? What if they are gods in your childhood bedtime stories? This visual novel gives you a chance to play a young man whose dream has come true, but also gets him deeply involved in the consequences. There's a lot more. I could go on, but I won't.
Please don't.
Okay.
I was kind of into it, to be honest with you.
Well, he opens his third eye, and then he can see spirits who used to be invisible, and I believe they're catmen.
Is his third eye in the head of his penis?
I'm not sure where it is.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Steam is pretty wild now.
Yeah, it's a wild west.
I think it's great.
On Steam. It's called Dota 2. Oh man, it's crazy. I'll tell you.
Yeah, you got back into that, huh?
What are you dating at?
Despair.
Correct. Is my waifu personal?
Because I went there and then they still couldn't find it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out after the show. It's all good.
Oh, I'm still angry at that deck that I faced, to be honest with you. I'm gonna continue to be angry about it. It's very frustrating.
Rob, you gotta play something different.
Why?
I stood by you in Madden.
Yeah.
I stood by you in EU4.
You didn't stand by him in Madden, because you did call him out a lot of times for games that play themselves.
I razzed him.
Do that, yeah.
I razzed him a little bit, but
yeah.
I mean, you're gonna just be like a Yu-Gi-Oh streamer now?
I haven't streamed it yet. I've been playing just in my spare time.
I think it's fair to follow your heart wherever it goes, because I've been playing Dancing Line on stream, and I think that's all right.
I've been following the heart of the cards, personally. So
that's right. You gotta trust in that.
Rob can play Dota again.
It's painful of how tempting those words are.
I have all these cool new Dota friends now. It's crazy. I played with Too Good the other day. That was weird.
Who is Too Good?
Did you really?
Yeah, he's an old Dota personality who is no longer a Dota personality.
Dota-nality.
Actually, an old StarCraft personality as well.
True.
He's great. He's coming out with a game.
He played StarCraft, right?
He did, yeah.
Mathis?
Did
2GD is Too Good.
That's
Too Good.
I know who that is. I watched 2 internationals.
There you go, yeah.
It wasn't Too Good an ICP.
Yeah. That as well.
Thank you, Tito, for that joke.
Did he roast you the entire time?
Nah, he was pretty chill. He didn't say much. I think I've hit every hole in this game and not gone in it.
Can I... Is he the guy who Gabe Newell called him an ass and
yes,
kicked him off the commentary team forever, but then he was also kind of back the next year?
He was not back.
He was not back the next year.
Didn't he make an appearance this year? Maybe he was in a different tournament, but
I don't know. He had his own. He was part of Dream League for a while after he was not on at the international. Yeah. But no, he was hilarious. I missed him during the international because he would just always take it way too far. And that, is near and dear to my heart, as it's I feel like I have a similar sense of humor.
I understand, yeah.
I guess I didn't hit this one.
Big into the too far humor. No, it's tempting. It's frustratingly tempting, Dota 2, but it's like heroin.
Take the long view on Dota 2 and see where that puts you.
Yeah, play the tape forward.
See, you know what also doesn't help in my addiction is that Jess keeps wanting me to teach her Dota 2.
Oh, she should have watched my stream a couple days ago. I did a tutorial.
Yeah, I know, I saw that.
Game's fun.
Yeah,
It
but
is.
It doesn't help that there's literally 0 games out right now.
yeah.
No, that's totally not true. Look on Steam. There's 6,000.
Oh yeah, I'll go play fucking Neko, whatever the fuck.
That is
That's
girls.
not representative that there are only those.
But
Granted,
actually,
there's 1,000 of those.
I was gonna say,
But
if
there's-
anything, it might be the most representative,
It
unfortunately.
probably is, yeah.
I'm just tired of everybody saying there's
There-
no games. You just gotta look for 5 seconds. There's hundreds of games.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
like,
good
Nick,
games.
I love you with my heart and soul.
No.
Your standards for what to play are different than society's norms.
Just
This is
enjoy
very
yourself.
true.
Just have a good time with the creations people made. You can play anything.
But sometimes they're like really bad.
So, some of them, yeah.
You'll never know until you tried.
No, that's just not true. You can look at Milky Boobs and you know.
I think I could mine a lot of humor out of that.
You have a talent for being able to do that others do not. And that's a compliment. That's not
Yes.
a
Not
dig
that
at
hard
all.
to do. You just play it and you go, ah, that's weird.
I did see, I watched
That's
a
kind of my whole
little
thing.
of Sleep Cycles today. He played a game called Slay the Spire. Have you heard of this?
Oh, yeah. Actually, someone in my Discord was telling me about that last night.
That game looks completely cool.
Yes, it does.
It's-
I agree.
FTL, but the
Ooh.
combat is like with cards, like a deck builder.
Yeah, but it's like a progressive deck builder as you, like, instead of picking up, say, items in Isaac, you pick up cards for your deck.
That was kind of like for Showdown then.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know that game, I don't think.
Hand of Fate 2 flashbacks. Yeah, well, you know, can't win them all.
I played the Norwood Suite yesterday, and it was like going through a mansion created by Cool 3D World, and I thought it was a lot of fun.
This is what I mean. Is that's you though? Is like that's okay.
Well, what happens to you when you play that game?
I'd probably just be like bored to tears, is my guess.
But you get to discover like cool rooms behind stuff, and you meet weird people in the game, and they want to like make a sandwich. I had to take parts. Okay, no, let me explain. I had to go into the refrigerator. In one part of the refrigerator, there was iceberg lettuce. In another part, there was a tomato. In another part, there was roast turkey. And I had to take all these, and I had to beaglate them underneath this beagle slicer. And then I turned it all into a sandwich, and I fed it to this lady that was going to do a presentation in PowerPoint.
So you said beagle?
Beagleator?
As in like the dog? The beagle?
It was there's a machine like a deli slicer in the shape of a beagle, and you would put stuff under it and it would chop it up.
So you did say okay, I just needed
I said beaglate it, yeah.
you gotta keep it beagleated.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm
It
just
had a
saying,
dog's
with
head on
beagles
it,
like
okay.
that, what's the problem? Just have a good time and cut up some sandwich meat.
But remember
I
that
still don't wanna
time
cut up any dogs.
you were
honestly,
like-
but-
No dogs got cut up.
remember that time you were like, "Hey, we should play this on the NLSS," and it was just a game where there was a locked door and then 500 keys on the ground.
That was so fun.
And then you just picked up the keys until one of them eventually opened the door, and then you were done.
I actually wanted to petition that dev to make that game have more keys, because I thought it would be a perfect stream where I sit. Like, I think it only had, what, 1,000 keys there? If it had 5,000 keys, that's like a real challenge. 1,000, I'm going to get through that every time.
It's a fair point.
I don't
yeah.
know that I said it for the NLSS, though. I thought I just did it by myself.
Oh, there's receipts.
But then I show you a game like that Serious Sam game, and everybody's like, this is insanity. But it's like, basically just enter the gungeon. It's no big deal.
Yeah, that's a fair
You guys
point.
see the Ultimate Chicken Horse update?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did.
I mean, we are the current crew right now.
It's
like,
true.
Yeah.
You know, just
Oh.
currently.
Oh,
I don't think it's any secret that we've been wanting to get back to that series, but we were waiting for the update.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
wait, that wasn't a secret? I haven't been talking about it.
It's pretty much our response anytime anyone asks.
I thought I had a secret.
Well, we were like waiting for we saw it at like PAX East this year.
And they were like,
yeah,
it'll be out in
couple months.
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how it always happens.
Yeah.
Like we saw, there's that game, The Iconoclast. That's like a Metroidvania.
Yeah.
It's been in development for like literally like 10 years.
Oh,
And,
Chasm?
Well,
That's one of many.
similar.
And
We were talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, it's finally gonna come out, like, you know, in like 2 months. We just got to figure it out." And then they announced it's coming out in January. I'm like, okay. It's not like you whiffed. Like, it's still coming out.
Yeah. I'm excited for when Dead Cells inevitably comes out, because that game is really fun in early access.
I've been waiting. I haven't even touched it yet.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it was good when it was, you know, when it was first released into early access. It'll be better when it has all the pieces. You know?
oh my god, this pirate song just gave me a flashback to the map level in Dancing Line.
Yeah, Austin, are you afraid of this right now?
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
It's a very difficult level. I did get like 13 or 14% though, which not even Yasuo could do.
Yeah, do it on stage.
I didn't do it on stage. I wish I could have.
That's the thing that people were like, "Hey, look at my Pac-Man score." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, you sat in your room for like 2 hours and pruned the best Pac-Man score.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that luxury."
He's right. I would be so nervous going up on that stage, honestly.
Yeah.
Could your hands be sweaty? Because mine would probably be real sweaty, and then I'd
Oh,
like
yeah, absolutely.
slide everywhere with all the sweat.
Like, pretty much any time I ever sit down at a poker table in real life, like, the first, like, 15 hands, I am just terrified, and then play very poorly.
Don't you get the cards all wet?
Well, if you're sitting down in a casino, the cards are plastic.
Yeah, but they'll like still pick up a little bit of that perspiration.
How much
off
are
your
you
fingertips.
sweating?
I don't know.
You're
I'm
gonna
just-
get
I'm
the
saying,
cards
I'm
wet.
nervous.
I guess I'm not that nervous. I'm
Oh.
not nervous enough to be soaking a plastic card.
I thought you were climbing up. I don't know. What
Yeah,
you're doing.
not necessarily just my hand
No.
sweat, I suppose.
Sweat from
If
your
I
brow?
rubbed it on my butt, though, that would be a whole other, story.
Well, I don't know what you do.
I do a lot of things with my butt, Nick, I'll tell you.
Pretty sure you can just do one thing with your butt.
Yeah, I do.
I'm a one function butt kind of man.
Yeah, me too.
That's boring.
I
You know what? Fuck you, buddy. So sick of this. Oh, you don't even let people lick your butt. Get with the times. It's the way I choose to live my life. Okay.
2017, man.
Offered. I mean, I'm not gonna lick someone else's butt, but
I am not. I do not want that, like, at all.
It's not my.
Really.
It's not my style.
yeah, try it. You know, just like
You don't have to try it.
you should though.
What if I was like, "Hey, you gotta try this"? You'd be like, "No, I don't have to try it." What if you gotta try? I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I was like, I'm waiting for the this. That is just a pronoun.
Yeah, I'm not big into the getting my ass eaten thing. Oh, but just makes a good point. Farting and pooping are two things.
No, farts are
they?
just aerosolized poop.
Well, wait, what did you say? Aerosolized?
Aerosolized,
aerosolized.
like an aerosol.
Oh, okay.
They're aerosolized poop.
No, I jumped over the
It
thing.
does sound like a really complicated word until you parsed what it means.
hmm
Help.
Yeah, Austin, you gotta try beating the final boss of Cuphead.
I did.
Yeah, but you gotta try watching the ending cutscene.
You gotta
did.
try it on stage.
Did you watch the end cutscene on YouTube?
No, I was watching someone else fight the boss on Twitch, and he beat it.
That's piracy.
Well, I'm on a pirate map right now.
That's true. Okay.
He's got a great point.
You know what? Touche, good sir.
He's got a great point.
That's a good movie, by the way.
Yeah, The Trip.
Mm.
Where they do all those impressions of Al Pacino.
hmm Yep. No, but
Oh
wait, that one's Heat. I was also
Yeah,
thinking
correct.
of Scent of a Woman, which is also
That's
a
the
good
one where he
movie.
goes, "Hooah!
Hooah! Yeah, he uses it as like
She had a great scent."
Hooah's like punctuation in that movie. That means the end of Al Pacino's sentence.
Yeah.
Has happened.
Is
So
at
in
the end of
all
his
the Al
Scent of a
Pacino
Woman.
movies, he says she's got a great and then something.
Yeah.
That's how you know what movie it is.
Right.
It sure is a dog day afternoon. Hooah!
Sounds like fun.
Roll out, Marines. Hooah.
There you go.
Ugh. Fuck.
I like it.
Have you ever seen the Al Pacino movie Simone? Yes, I have.
Sim 1.
Sim 1, yeah.
Sim
Yeah, I've seen that.
I too have seen.
That
this.
was ahead of its time for then.
Yeah. Like, they only recently started to make movies as bad as Simone was.
Oh, I didn't think about it that way.
Well, the number 23.
Yeah. There are people, you gotta be, that's one of those ones like the butterfly effect, where there are people of a certain age, and I'm not saying they were 13 when they saw it in the theaters, and maybe they had their first kiss during the number 23, but whenever we talk about that movie, people go, it wasn't that bad.
Wait, really? With
Yeah,
the
man.
23?
That and the butterfly effect.
The butterfly effect was.
That's because you're of the age.
No,
What's
no.
up?
It was
You
bad.
saying it was bad, though.
It was bad.
Oh, okay, then we're good. Disregard.
Although I will admit, when I was younger, I enjoyed it more than probably I had any right to.
Yeah.
The goth guy in that movie scared me a little bit, and I was a goth guy.
The large man from Remember the Titans?
I remember him as the guy from Mallrats who couldn't see the boat.
He was also in My Name is Earl.
Yeah.
He played guy who was not Earl.
Right, yeah.
Ah, Jason.
No, that's, well, you know. Jason Lee played Earl. What a strange coincidence.
Oh,
Wait, are we just talking about Jason Lee? Because Jason Lee was also in Mallrats.
Yeah, he was in Mallrats, yeah.
What's happening?
Whatever happened to Jason Lee?
He's a Scientologist.
Oh, okay.
That happens a lot, doesn't it?
Seems to.
Yeah.
I can't get Jason Lee. He's in the Church of Scientology.
Kind of works.
Yeah,
I know.
I like it, yeah.
His name was
Football
Randy. He was Earl's brother. All right.
Interesting. You talking about football and rivalries earlier and how it's like a
Rivalry.
I said I couldn't talk ever, right?
Football and raviolis?
Ravioli.
Yummy.
Give me the formuoli. No, there's this new thing. It's the Steelers-Bengals rivalry. There's like no respect at all. man.
Bangles?
Oh,
The
yeah.
Bengals.
Yeah.
They
Like the
actually
guys who
started-
sang, you know, it's been learning your eternal flame. Those guys?
Yeah,
They sang Susanna Hoffs. You know, she sang Walk Like an Egyptian. The Bangles. Just
Yeah.
another manic Monday.
Biggie Smalls would also like to take your earrings and your bangles. Never
I didn't know
understood
that
what
she
meant.
had her own team in the National Football League. Austin,
Yeah.
please tell me more about.
Well, it was just you're talking about rivalries and how like there's like respect.
Mhm.
There's no respect in this. So the game happened on Monday.
Just another manic.
Yeah.
It was pretty manic. 3 people got taken off on stretchers that game, one of which may not be able to walk again. There were 2 suspensions from the game, and the Bengals had, I think, 193 penalty yards.
Wow.
Mhm.
It's, people like almost died. They don't like each other.
Yeah, the guy, Ryan Shazier, he couldn't move his legs on the field. It was terrifying.
That's gonna make it
Juju
hard to pick up
Smith.
yards on the field.
Juju Smith-Schuster?
That is a wide receiver, number 19 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was suspended one
God.
game for taunting
Yeah.
Football.
because he absolutely leveled number 55, Vontez Burfict, who's widely known as the dirtiest player in the
Holy
league.
shit.
Burp?
His
What was
name
that
is
sound you made?
Vontez Burfict.
Vontez Perfect, yeah.
That's such a Ryan name.
He was named after that video of that reporter who had a stroke on.
A Bertation, yeah. Montez perfect.
No, nobody likes him. He's
Yeah.
I feel like that's somebody saying nobody's perfect in moon language. But
I
Montez
actually
perfect.
cannot even remember the name now.
Vontez Perfect.
it's
Vontez
Burfict.
Okay.
T-A-Z-E.
Montez perfect.
Vontez Perfect, yeah. He, in fair, like, I agree, he's a dirty player. However,
the dirty player.
but that Juju Smith thing.
That was a legal block.
Okay, yeah, until he pushed him off the sideline and kept going for 20 yards.
What? You're
Or is
thinking
that
of
a
a different one. You're
Was that a
thinking of
different one?
Are you thinking of what's his face? The tight end for the Gronkowski?
Can I?
No.
I want to ask you guys an honest question about football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is a tight end what happens when all loose ends get tied up?
He's correct.
Oh, that's how you conclude a story.
I went into the cannon and I just fell out.
Yeah, these cannons are weird.
Well, Vontez, perfect.
I got shot out of the cannon into the water. What the fuck?
Bad cannon.
Bad cannon, man. I'm just going normally. There we go.
He's a god. Who needs a cannon on this level?
Raiders, Broncos. There
Yeah,
was
you
something.
think the Juju Smith just it was an offensive block, and he just like he did a Heinz Ward. That'll just tell you what he did.
Yeah, okay.
Did Vontez perfect do a Heinz Ward?
No, he got Heinz Warded.
Yeah.
That's a magic card.
Is it a sentry ward or an observer ward?
Josh thinks sentry wards are people in Dota.
He does.
Oh yeah, that
To
was
this day.
so good.
Yeah.
Who's this Blue Man? Me and Blue Man are doing great.
That was a classic moment.
Who's the Sentry Ward? Oh my god.
Good old. Yeah, let's talk about football and then
Dota,
2,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. But this is Dota 2 with Josh, so like it counts.
Yeah, it wasn't really Dota 2.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, fudge.
What's up with that turtle out there? Does it have like a turkey head?
He's that guy from Majora's Mask.
What's up? I'm looking. I'm trying to find a turtle. I don't see one
I
yet.
saw him, but he like, oh, there he is.
He's to the right. He's
hidden
swimming
Why does he have
behind
a
us.
red lump?
How do you see him?
From downtown. Oh, never.
Oh,
mind.
there he is. Yeah.
Oh, he's got a Santa hat, I think.
He's got.
Oh. I thought it was like the giblets at the top of the turkey's head that flop around.
Are they at the top?
They're hanging down. They're all over the damn place. Really, it's hard to pin them down.
Do they wobble to and fro?
Do you know turkeys can fly, sort of?
Do they serve you to there, bro?
Yeah, when they jump, they flap their wings. They can get like a little extra.
They get some air and they can get up to a branch sometimes.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
They're like big, weird monsters. It's bizarre that they can get up into a tree.
For like another instance in how awesome are people, like we're basically like Thanos for the animal kingdom. We didn't just kill turkeys. We're like, hey turkeys, we're gonna like force you to make turkeys that are delicious and then take away like all of your evolutionary advantages. Like, you know, sorry, you can't fly anymore.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like we
do that?
Yeah,
I
probably.
did that, yeah.
What-
We took. I don't think we did that.
I did
At
that.
some point in their evolution, they probably could fly, right?
Yeah, I don't
'Cause,
think
they
humans
had-
were directly responsible for.
I don't know if
What do
humans
you
are directly
mean?
responsible, but
I don't think that's how that works. Were we
Nobody's
directly responsible
perfect.
for penguins not being able to fly?
No.
Are we directly responsible for pangolins?
That's a new
might.
hero in Dota.
hmm
It's also an animal with armor.
He's right. No, but we're definitely directly responsible for some genetic things with animals.
Yeah, like we
didn't-
don't just exterminate a race of animals. We just keep it around and then like make it 100% well suited towards food production. That's so much worse.
Why are
But
there
in the
flightless
process-
birds though?
We negate all the other animals that die off, though. We're
What do you mean?
focusing on the turkeys, and then you got like 60 other types of birds that die off because nobody cares.
I mean, that's true. I guess in many ways we also kept turkeys alive so that we could eat them instead
Right,
of
yeah.
other
Instead
animals.
of them dying off.
They're
Jesus.
delicious.
Yeah.
No, but like, why are there flightless birds? Like, when is it ever a good idea to not have flight anymore, evolution-wise? Like, when is that ever not useful?
It's probably like the
That's a good point.
same reason that like we have like vestigial organs and stuff.
It's just
It's
dumb
like-
though. Like, it was like
I'm with you.
keep the flight, man.
Do you think
I
a
mean,
bird
like-
ever looks at like a flying squirrel? Like a flightless
like
bird looks
penguins-
at a flying squirrel and goes, "Must be
What
nice."
the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's,
No, but
it's-
like,
you're not even a bird.
The fucking penguins, the emperor ones, they walk like hundreds of miles to get to the ocean to go get food, and they walk all the way back. Just like, why aren't you flying, man? You could have
Yeah.
flown here. You gave it away for some fucking reason. I don't know.
Honestly,
But
if
they
they
could-
have to walk, why don't they just walk like an Egyptian?
Yeah,
It's a good point. He's
exactly true.
But
And if they're
you know,
so
you
cold,
can
why don't
also-
they just grab an eternal flame?
You can look at a flightless bird like an emu, and like they don't need to fly to fuck shit up. So
Fly like an emu.
Yeah, but they evolved like fucking fight kicks like that. They got a good trade-off, you know.
that's true.
Super effective.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
No.
Anyway is such an intimidating segue, though. Because,
Yeah.
like, if we don't have anything ready to go and you drop an anyway, like, what do we do?
He's right.
We go anyway.
And the pressure's on. As soon as you say anyway, the counter's started.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm automatically back to football right now. Is what I'm thinking.
That's
So-
how you end
And
up
that's
with, like,
what's worrisome.
if you had a truck, what would you put in it? Like, that's how
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. That's when that comes in.
Can't get in the skull, man.
Well, guys, I mean, really, the main thing that we have to consider is that evolution is really just a theory. So,
that's true, yeah.
You know,
I'm
nobody
not
says
even
it's
sold
real.
on it yet.
Mhm.
Like,
Who
on the
is
one
at this
hand,
point?
Charles Darwin.
Right,
And on the other hand, Tim Allen.
right. Yeah.
Buzz
Just shut up.
Lightyear.
Mhm.
Bazinga XD.
Mhm.
Santa Claus.
Right.
Um,
War on Christmas.
Obama.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Obamacare.
Very
Wait a
true.
minute. If Tim
Hillary's
Allen
emails.
Lightyear, how the hell did he get into space if he doesn't believe in it?
Uranium. One of them.
One. Yeah. It's the one of them.
What would Sheldon say if he was a Republican?
Isn't he?
Benghazi.
Oh.
He'd say, Jerusalem is the capital of Israel.
Say that today, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's very topical, yeah.
I'm making that face that me and Rob made a lot when we were watching the show.
Nick, I'm gonna need you to stop poking a hole in my chance to get reinvited to Champions of Fire events, please.
Too topical.
What's going on over the top of this one?
What's going on over the top?
Well, okay, I'm going over the
Jump
top.
right over it.
Yeah.
Basically, skip half the level, actually. It's not bad.
Oh, Yuval! The
get
tentacles.
tentacled?
Yeah, twice. I got
Tentacles.
tentacled off and then
Oh,
tentacled
my-
back on.
Oh no, oh no. Oh no! Oh no.
Tentacles got me as well.
No, you son of a bitch! Stop this. He keeps hitting me back into the water. I keep losing a
No,
stroke.
you.
You fucking... Get me in. Get me
Would you guys want to get fucked by a tentacle?
No.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
in
you
Evil
gotta
Dead, or-
try it.
Like the one in Evil Dead or something else?
The one in Japan.
Wasn't that a tree?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
there's a tree.
that was a tree. Why did I say... Somehow I didn't separate tree and tentacle in my mind.
I did watch.
Huh.
I did see a porn video once of a Japanese lady having sex with a dead octopus, and that was
Wait,
real weird.
How'd she get it up in there?
She didn't really. Like it was just like she was just kind of massaging a dead octopus.
Why
on her
was
body.
it dead?
It
Well, it would
was
be
just-
animal cruelty to do it to a living octopus.
Right? Yeah. I mean that's probably part of it.
Why didn't she just like order some sushi or something?
I don't think they give you a full octopus when you order sushi.
You should order tacos instead. Taco is Japanese
Right.
for sushi. Or for octopus, I should say.
And they're open all night at that cart.
Yeah, also true.
If it's a dead octopus, is that more bestiality or necrophilia or both?
It's a little
I think it's just both, yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Like a
this?
dead thing.
I don't even know what to say, honestly, here, but I'm at this settings screen and like
I see
this
it,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, what does that say? You think?
I don't know. Turn it on. See what happens.
It's got to say ball something.
Just turn it on.
Egg.
What?
Yeah, we'll put that on egg.
Oh.
I think it's this ball shape.
Oh, please don't put it on egg mode.
All right, random each.
Oh,
You're gonna get egg every time now, Rob.
no.
Octopus tentacles keep moving for like 10 minutes after death.
Yeah.
Oh, so she killed it and then fucked it.
Yeah, like Zenyatta top.
Like Zenyatta?
I would say like Zenyatta.
Yeah, Zing. Experience tranquility.
Experience my dick.
I got an egg first, by the way.
I also
I
got
a
an
cone, so like,
Yeah, egg's probably better. You're right.
I don't know. The cone gave me stability when I needed it most.
Cylinder's pretty tough.
Cylinder sucks.
It rolls, dude.
Yeah.
I love
So
this
does
comment
fish.
in chat, dude.
Okay.
Why is he playing Shakespeare right now? I have some classical music on in the background. I think it's self-aware, but I love it nonetheless.
I hope it's not, personally.
Me too.
Let's play some Shakespeare.
Can I get some Vivaldi?
No,
So
you'd
was
have
Champions of Fire self-aware as an event?
No.
to... No.
Sort of, I think.
No.
I think it
I'm
is.
getting two different answers here.
The thing is, like, the production crew, it's not like a joke event for them, because it's still stressful. They're still like, you gotta get this
Sure.
person, you take them to the green room, they need to get makeup, you know. But, like, I genuinely think that for the hosts, it is a tongue-in-cheek event.
I'm saying from the top down, from the highest Jeff Bezos that's involved with this particular event, are they going, yeah, but like, it's just a silly mobile game thing, so like, let's joke around? Or are they going, no, we need this to be serious. We need, you know, proper commentary done well.
From my conversation with that drunk Amazon rep at the DJ Rehab party, I would say they were not necessarily aware.
I think they were totally aware. But I think that the difference is that we live on this subversive side of things where we talk about cum and stuff like that. And if you work in like an office, you're like, we're gonna get pretty crazy. We're gonna have casual Thursday this week. So like their idea of tongue-in-cheek Zane is not necessarily, you know, the same as ours.
That's fair, yeah.
They're like, oh
So
my
do we
god,
have-
you brought pasta salad.
Pasta.
You normally bring macaroni salad.
Man, I really hated last week's macaroni liquid. That was terrible.
Oh, lasagna gas.
I'll have one order of the linguine plasma, please.
He said the word wrong.
No, it's not. It's not that he said the word wrong. It was just a funny word.
Yeah,
it was
it's
just
a different
funny
word.
thing.
Oh, I'm a Christmas ball. That's what I am. An ornament.
A
Fucking
bobble?
pasta solid.
I've been hanging out with some different people who don't really like do the NLSS stuff, and
Yeah.
I have to like watch myself when someone says something wrong, and I'm not allowed to like break into.
No, they'll
immediate
take
laughter
offense
at
to
them.
it.
Yeah, they'll get mad. Like,
Or
why
at
you
least
laughing? You
could.
said it wrong.
Do it at the bank. See how that goes.
Ah, you fucking idiot! You said that wrong, you idiot, moron person. Yeah. No, you should just do it anyway. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Do it at the deli. Ask for some pasta solid.
What?
Oh fuck. God
You alright?
damn it.
Eggs don't float?
Eggs don't
You
float.
should know.
Have you done a science experiment before?
Are
I've
you
done
buoyant?
many science experiments,
You ever
Austin.
poked a hole in the egg?
I have many leather-bound books. And my apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Well, you should know that you have to put salt in the water to make the egg float.
Also, when you're cooking a hard-boiled egg, when it floats, it's done.
Amazing.
I know. Bet you didn't know that. Did you know that tiny houses cost less than big houses?
Bet not.
Yeah.
He's just being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole.
That honestly should be the log line to the NLSS.
Very true, yes.
Yeah.
It's like good-natured assholishness.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Can't stop now. Gotta find Dante.
Bet not.
Bet not.
It was so funny though that at the Champions of Fire again, just the entire chat was just nonstop.
Rob,
NLSS memes.
You know what I wanted to bring up is you and I had a long conversation in our Uber about we can't believe that Fear Factor.
Oh, okay, yeah, right, all right, yeah.
We couldn't believe that.
I saw the poll.
Well, the thing is that the story gets deeper, and it is hard to cover in the nuance of a 280-character tweet. But we were talking about I can't believe Fear Factor got canceled because of the dog semen. Or the horse semen. Not that it's any less ridiculous, I guess. But,
right.
Jackass didn't get canceled for that.
Yeah, but that was like...
They didn't air that bit.
That was in the movie. I saw it in the DVD, man.
It was
that was also on, like,
though.
MTV. You know?
So the thing is, I can't believe it got canceled for that. When they do so much more stuff that's, like, horrible on the show. And we were talking about, we had a long conversation. We were both like, I'd rather drink the horse cum than lay down like a pit of centipedes. People were like, the centipedes will bite you and kill you. We're not talking about toxic centipedes, you weirdos. We're just talking about
centipedes.
They're gonna be like, oh, would you? We're gonna give 50,000 to the person who dies. You know, that's just.
Wait, but centipedes are toxic.
Some centipedes are toxic.
Yeah. Sure, like all of them are.
This is a fiction and a falsehood.
So then you go to a different animal.
But the crux of the story is that we were talking about it in this dude's Uber, and the driver was going like, oh, hell no. And I realized, when I looked on his, like, XM satellite radio, when we got in the car, he was playing, like, a Joel Osteen service.
Really?
Yes, he was playing, like, a sermon about, like, you know, what it means for forgiveness in the modern era or something like
Wait,
that.
but was it Joel Osteen, though?
Yes.
Because if it was, then he's a fucking idiot. Okay,
it was on, like, his XM radio channel.
Oh my god.
You shouldn't feel bad.
I did not know that.
You should have asked him how much horse cum he wants.
Right.
Yeah, if he was playing like a Christian song radio station, that's fine. I'd feel bad, but Joel Osteen, who gives a shit?
He did say, like, maybe he should have just kept his job at the grocery store instead of taking the job as a driver.
Yeah.
And I was
Which
like...
is fair after our conversation. Yeah.
But no, I don't think it is. I was like, my dude, if you think this is the worst thing you're going to experience in an Uber, like, go back to the grocery store. Because, like, this is pretty tame.
Yeah, horse cum is really not that big of a deal to be
But
honest.
obviously, like, you don't lay in a pit of centipedes, even if they didn't bite.
If they're non-toxic centipedes, I'd rather drink the horse cum.
Yeah, me too.
Because the horse
It's
comes
over like that.
It's just
done.
It's gross, but like
how much?
Like a
honestly,
like a shot glass full of horse.
Oh fuck yeah, of course, dude.
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
Man, I've never heard
Did
you
you
so
think
excited.
I was gonna suggest like a pint of horse cum?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a small cup, and I was like,
A shot glass is by definition a small cup.
Like a half cup.
It's one of the smallest cups.
The milk carton you get at high school.
I was thinking like a 4-ounce breakfast cup. That's a lot.
I didn't know it was in a box.
She said she mailed or texted you.
I don't know. It's
Oh, I'd drink a man's cum for $50,000. You kidding? Absolutely. I'll suck his dick.
It was.
All right.
I mean, I'm kind of with Rob, where I'm like, I would also rather drink a pint of horse cum than lay in a pin of centipedes. Because it's just gonna
poison.
Pretty fast. That's like a couple of glugs, you're in. You just gotta hold your nose.
I mean, I think
steal yourself, and you're fine.
I don't know.
You
It's
gotta lay
like
in that centipede pit for like 2 minutes. Fuck that.
Okay, I want to go back a layer before we go too deep into the cum.
Okay.
I want to know when you hire a driver, and I know there's going to be distinctions here. Is part of your hiring them as a driver that their attention is now barriered away from you?
What do you mean by that?
What does that mean?
If you have a conversation that is offensive, do you have the right to feel like it doesn't matter what their opinion is of what you said?
I think it matters if it crosses a threshold of like,
yeah,
like if they were talking about like a crime that they were gonna commit later,
or if you were like, you know, being say racist towards the driver's race,
Yeah.
then
Sure.
you know.
But say it's
Especially
just
if the
something like
driver's
exactly
race.
the example you made. Should they be upset by that? Or is that like, well,
don't
that's
know,
just part of the job?
I'm not sure if he's a horse cum aficionado, but
Yes.
I mean, there's a possibility, I suppose.
My opinion
we
is that
consider.
that's part of the job. In that situation.
Yeah, I think very
Yeah.
much that's the case. You know, especially if you're like a cab driver in New York City,
Oh.
you're gonna see a lot of shit.
Well,
And I
the
mean that
reason
both literally and figuratively.
Yeah. I wanted to make the distinction because I do think that there's a difference between a taxi driver and an Uber driver
How so?
in that the Uber driver is somewhat more personalized by it being their car. So for some reason, there's like a different space bubble that follows their car as opposed to the sort of the company they work for with the taxi.
I don't understand.
I feel like they
What
have
you're
more
saying
of a
is
right
that,
to
like,
be upset.
You could
as an
insult
Uber driver.
you could insult taxi drivers more.
No, I'm not saying
Because
anyone
they're
should get
not they're
insulted.
lesser individuals.
I'm saying no.
They're saying like an Uber driver is a human being and a taxi driver is a service
Oh.
provided by the
I crossed the punchline threshold. That's what happened. I did not get to a joke fast enough. All right, that's fine.
It's like when you call the taxi company, you get a taxi. You don't get like Daryl in a Hyundai Sonata.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well, I mean, a lot of taxi drivers actually do own the cabs that they're in as well. Like, not all of them go through like a central dispatch or something.
Yeah, I guess it seems more faceless that it's a taxi company versus an Uber, which is someone's car. Even
Yeah.
if they own the car, that's the taxi. It just seems different to me.
That particular Uber driver was actually quite nice. Like, he was all dressed up in like a suit, and
He
he went
was.
out.
Yeah,
and
because
and
he's doing a church service 5 minutes before he dropped all
Yeah.
that cum on him.
He did also
Right.
try to give us a barf bag for no reason, and we were all looking around like, who's
That
throwing
was
up?
very strange. Yeah, like I was in the middle, like mid sentence, and he was like, "Oh, should I pull over?"
Yeah,
And
he
I was
he
"What?"
flipped the lights on and was like, passed the
Yeah.
barf bag back, and we were like, what's this for? And he's like, oh, I thought I heard someone yakking back here.
Yeah,
No yak back.
We're like,
Yeah.
not this time.
that was that.
Oh!
I can't.
Privileged information.
I can't make this jump. No, he's told that story on the show.
Oh, okay.
actually.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. I threw up in an Uber once.
I'm just thinking about how Fear Factor would be such a better show if it was a Would You Rather Fear Factor instead of what they did.
They give you like 2 gross things.
Yeah, 2 gross things or 2 crazy things, or like gross thing, crazy thing. You know, like
Right.
And throw
yeah.
a little American Gladiators in there too, just for fun. Like shoot some tennis balls at them while they do it.
No, you know what? You can mix the American Gladiator. Like instead of the giant Q-tips, they're just like 2 like desiccated animal corpses on a stick, and they have to smack each other with that.
And the guts are shooting out, and they're getting all gross. Wormy
Yeah, that's
shit all
Right.
over.
Right. Yeah.
If it was always dangerous versus gross, 100% I'm doing gross every time.
Probably. Yeah.
Because
What about
ever
the balut though?
No problem. Because the other alternative is there's
Wow.
like balut, and then alternatively, they're like, well, we'll fly you up 10,000 feet in the air, put a parachute on you, and have you like walk on a steel tightrope between 2 airplanes. I'm like, I'll eat the fucking egg and then go drink a little Listerine.
Right. Yeah.
My hands were shaking playing fucking Crossy Road.
What was there's a fish they leave out on the beach for a while until it gets lots of eggs in it.
I'm being real with you. You can't make something gross enough that I would rather.
Oh.
You cannot within the bounds of human
Okay.
decency.
Part of it was I just needed to remember the name of what that fish was called because I just forgot it.
What if you had to have like a horse cum shit blood?
nah, I draw the line at
Smoothie.
shit. I ain't
That's the
that-
thing is like
ground up bones.
as
Yeah.
awful as this sounds, like everything you added apart from the shit makes it easier. I would rather eat horse cum mixed with horse shit than just pure horse shit.
Cum and blood and
And then once
blended together.
you were like, what about ground up bones? I was like, put as many bones in there as you like.
Yeah,
Please.
bones, that would be all right.
The less
to be
shit, the
honest with you.
better. That's a good point.
Yeah, I guess people like the taste of marrow, so
Like I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like cum and shit mixed together tastes worse than just shit.
My cone automatically doesn't go over this.
It really
we go.
sounded like you were gonna start saying
My
cum.
cum, yeah.
Yeah,
My
my
cum.
yeah. So.
get edge longer.
What? How is that, dude?
Well, like you know,
So tilted on this
never mind.
horse, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't-
Hafu win.
Yeah, so when's Hafu going to be on the show? Hey, Hafu, would you rather lay in a pit of non-toxic centipedes or drink a pint of horse semen? By the way, I apologize. I was quite professional at the event. I might have given you the wrong idea of the kind of operation we run on Twitch.tv.
I think that was like the funniest part about the whole Champions of Fire is that you seem very reserved, you know, in that event, and people think you're like a nice person.
Yeah, I know, right? What's up with that?
Oh man.
I don't know. Is it naive to say that I feel like every Twitch streamer has gone into really disgusting conversations at some point if they've done this long enough?
Probably. I think it's likely.
Yeah,
Not
I
guaranteed.
agree.
It's sort of inevitable, really.
So I think she'd probably be less offended than we expect.
I don't think she'd be offended. I just think it's funny that, that you know.
Right, yeah, that's mainly the... you know, it's just throwing people into the deep end of NLSS conversation.
Well, I wouldn't want to do that. It doesn't feel good to do that.
Oh, no.
It could.
No, like, I get anxious around new people, and I need to learn about their habits and rituals before I say anything weird.
And the thing
what
is,
rituals do you think Hafu's into?
Look.
Come on, bro.
So I there's like podcasts I watch, and sometimes they do like a guest episode, and it totally changes the tone of the episode.
Yeah.
Sometimes it becomes like a like an interview show, if that's not normally the case. So I'm cognizant of the fact that I would like to have new people on the show. You just got to give them a little lead-in time. You got to be like, this is what we do. You know, watch a little bit so you know that you're okay with it, and then, you know, we'll move on from there.
It's about just having a little bit of self-awareness in that when you meet a new person, you don't just go nuts on them for, like, no reason to put on a show.
But
that
I
doesn't
also
feel sympathetic then.
sort of think you have to. And hear me out here, because this sounds like I'm being rude, but I think you have to show them like where the guideline of the show is. So one of us has to be the one that is like, you know, would you rather drink the horse cum or would you rather blah blah blah.
There is like, I will say though,
and
like,
then they can choose to come in or not come in.
You
as a
gotta
result.
see where their line is, and you work around that.
No, it's our
Otherwise
show.
You get people dropping some words you don't feel comfortable with.
Well,
Well,
okay.
that's what I was about to say. Is that like there is a weird like line with the NLSS where that we all like implicitly know not to cross,
And that's what we vet for without ever saying it consciously out loud.
You're talking about the couple of words in
Yeah.
specific.
There are
there's
specific words
There's a couple
and specific
and
topics.
ideas, yeah.
Yeah.
Like feminism.
Yeah. We don't talk about feminism on the show.
It's a joke.
Oh yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
When are we going to talk about men's rights?
Okay. I'm glad you took it a step further so that I...
That's what you gotta do!
Well, you gotta constantly push the line, you know, ease chat into it. Then we can talk about what we really want.
Yeah, and then in like probably 3 or 4 months, we can complete our metamorphosis into a Patreon-driven libertarian YouTube channel that exclusively talks about politics and the new Sonic the Hedgehog game. Anyway, we'll be back in 3 minutes playing some Quiplash. See you soon.
Yeah.
Did you make a cool Sonic Sona?
Sonic Sona.
I don't know what they're called. I assume they're called something like that.
You know what? Like that probably works. Sonic Sona.
Maybe I'll fucking know.
Penguin of Doom.
You can make like, what is it, an alligator, a Sonic, there's like a dog, I think?
Do they have a dog as well?
There's like, yeah, because like Sonic was a werewolf, right? So I think that puts him into like dog category.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
What other types are there?
There's echidnas.
Yeah, but like the ones that are actually playable.
This is the big blue cat.
That his name is Big.
Yeah, his name's Big.
Big the cat.
He's a cat.
Look at.
I always like that in like children's things where they like I'm thinking of like Franklin, right? In you guys ever see that show?
Franklin is a turtle?
Is a turtle, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
But like within the lore of the show, his last name is Turtle. So like it makes you wonder, Are there no other fucking turtles in that
Like,
universe?
Little bear is a little bear.
Right. Yeah.
Oh
Like,
man,
what-
so, I gotta. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I do also have to tell you guys a story.
This was a really good conversation we were having. Though. I hope it's worth it.
All right, go ahead.
No.
That was a joke. It isn't a bad conversation.
No,
It was very bad.
I'll save it. I'll save it for tomorr's show.
No! Now I want to
That
When
is
the-
unacceptable.
When the emotions are a little less raw.
Wow.
I
I'm
hate
going
to do
with
it.
No. I'm
No,
going
you
with
don't.
no. Stop that.
If
He's
you
right,
drink
he doesn't.
horse cum on TV, you'll never live it down. But if you lay in a pin of centipedes, people will think you're fearless. It's not like you're drinking horse cum because someone asked.
People judge you a minute after that happened.
You're doing it to make 50 grand.
Yeah. I like also. Who cares if people? You're going home with 50 grand. You got a belly full of horse cum, but
It
you got
would,
50
but
grand in
the
your
thing with
pocket.
Fear Factor is that like if you lose, you get nothing. So
That's
you
that's
can still
good
drink
point.
a pint of horse
I never
cum.
thought about that. The first 2 rounds suck, dude.
Oh,
because that's
yeah.
not for $50,000.
Mhm.
That's to go to the next round.
Yeah, I know that.
You lose that, you just drank horse cum for no reason.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, it is still like I mean the original thrust of your argument is very valid. I think which is
Phrasing.
that like how is horse come too far? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Does the animal matter?
That's what I was thinking as well.
Mhm.
Why? What about horses makes that more offensive?
I don't know. Well, I mean the Brits they really hated eating horse for a while.
But this is one very particular part of the horse. I don't think it's representative of eating a horse to say that you ate that.
Would you rather lay in horse cum or drink centipedes? That's easy. I would absolutely lay in the horse
Yeah.
I might
even
even
easier.
that might be pleasant.
cum. Yeah,
It's
that
gonna
sounds-
smell bad.
That's as long as you got like a
Yeah.
clothespin for your nose or
Yeah, they
something.
always give you the
But
clothes.
if it's fresh, it'll be nice and warm, you know, and that'll be
Oh.
comforting.
I don't know if the smell's worse when it's fresh. It sounds bad, but it's not that bad, I guess.
Mm.
Never
That's
really
true.
thought about it
Is
till now.
Is fresh better or worse?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would definitely not want like week old horse cum.
You
I
might.
mean-
It might be dry.
Well, I mean, yeah, but then it's gonna be all gummy.
It just turns into dust at that point.
Does it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just basing it off of any knowledge I do have about the material. It tends to go from like a liquid to a sort of a goop to a like a dust kind of thing.
It gets
So-
brown first. I've
I-
seen.
I
in
got
that
a-
box.
Code for this game called It's Quiz Time. You
Where?
guys check this
Here?
out.
Okay.
Go head to head with
Quiz time.
the brand new massive quiz game show on PC, featuring our devious AI game host Sally. Take on It's Quiz Time's catalog of over 25,000 questions. Face off against up to 8 players using your smartphone.
Brian.
Go solo
smartphone.
or use live show mode to stream and play along with your audiences.
Don't give yourself too much credit. That was no pasta solid.
You wanna play it?
Broadcast your game on Twitch, YouTube, or Mixer in the innovative live show mode, where you can
Oh.
compete with up to 10,000 viewers.
Mixer support? Nice.
And we can check that out.
It's quiz time. $20.
It's quiz time. Yeah.
Apparently, to play in the game, you don't need to buy the game. You need to download an app on the Google Play or Apple iOS App Store by Apple.
Is there an EXE?
five user reviews.
Yeah. And they're positive.
You want to play it right now? I'll play it.
No,
Let
that's
me let's some of the reviews here. Actually, there's only 2. It lied to me. One of them says, "Good game, tough questions. Lost my first game against bots. Frowny face. Recommended."
Nice.
And then Jammy played it. Was all right. Good for streams and local play. Lovely developers. Has my recommendation. Recommended.
He said good for streams.
there you go.
He said it.
Right. He said it. He
Yeah,
said it. out
he
loud.
said
It
it.
says here, product received for free though.
Oh yeah, no, that colors. my
No
expectations
trust
here.
left.
You
Yeah.
fucking shill.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
I'm just kind of wary about being like, hey, everybody, download this app to play.
thanks for starting this game, guys.
And then we find out it's freaking Bitcoin mining.
That's
for
it's an
somebody.
altcoin miner or something in the background.
This is round one. You'll
Harness
get
the
2
power
points
of my
on your
iPhone
buttons.
while I'm
Just
not
answer
using
them
it.
however you want.
Or when I am using it.
Or
Yeah,
yours will be
alternatively.
pitted against someone else's, and everyone will vote on their favorite. You score
I-
based on the percentage
Can I just
of
say,
players who
I
like
still
your
don't
answer.
really
Plus, there are
understand
bonus bonuses
people's
at stake.
hatred
Go.
of people who got the games for free.
Yes.
Because that has never colored my opinion on anything.
I thought about to say you don't
Yeah,
understand
me either.
Bitcoin, and I was gonna agree completely.
Well, that too, yeah.
I do not understand Bitcoin.
Well, it's $9,000 now per
It's
Bitcoin.
like 11.5.
Oh my god!
Oh, I mean that's a jinx. I'm not gonna go for that one.
Horse semen? Can we get a new currency, Gala coin? I mean, you gotta
I'm down
ask
for
him.
that.
Oh, it's 13K today. I don't even want to. Now I'm mad about it because like when bitcoins are like $100 each, you're like, well, we missed the boat.
Yeah.
Should have got in when they were $1.
I mean, are we just like constantly missing the boat? Like,
Are we missing it again? Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like maybe spending $11,000 right
Okay,
now
here we
is a
go.
good idea.
The first prompt is.
Let's do it. Let's spend $11,000.
I don't like how everything in the show is a let's.
Okay, voting time. Pick your favorite.
Let's go, I'm cool with. But the rest I want to be I'll. Maybe I should do this.
we could split one. You
I don't want to split it big, because then we're having the dream. We're quartering the dream.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's more realistic to have, $13,000 split 4 ways, right?
But then you
It's
split
free
all the
money.
You split all the profit from it. Is an awkward thing to hear from the person pooping in the bathroom stall next to you. Hey, peel off the duct tape next to you, or oh god, this is gonna taste so good. Oh god, this is gonna taste so good. We got 75%.
Nice.
Nice.
Bitcoin is predicted to be
Next
worth
up,
100K by
you should never
2020.
share
Yeah,
blank with someone
predicted by
else.
who?
That's a good point.
It's voting
I
time.
don't know.
You should never share your horrible political beliefs with someone else, or you should never share Bitcoin with someone else.
I think we should share a Bitcoin.
You can buy like
Fractions,
you can buy like like 1/100th of a Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you have to buy like a GTX 1080 and then set it to mine Ethereum.
No, that's if you're trying to beat the system and
If you want to mine.
if you want to mine the Bitcoins.
Why
you
don't
guys
you
actually
wanna mine
have-
the Bitcoins?
Because
So
it takes to do one Bitcoin transaction takes more power, like electrical power, than the average American household uses in 1
Next
week.
in line, you're
Is it
really
cheaper
drunk.
to buy many computers to mine it versus
Time to
just
vote.
buy it?
So they actually make graphics cards specifically to mine Bitcoins
Yeah, I
now?
know. I tried to buy one for Lynn when we built her computer and they were sold out.
Oh, really?
Not from Bitcoin mining, but just we needed a graphics card and it was the right one apparently.
You know you're really drunk when you fall over backwards into a tree, or you think a taco truck sells pizza. So this is
Sorry,
Rob
Rob.
and myself.
Yeah. I am very bruised.
Rob did fall backwards into a tree,
Yeah.
but
Like
he
my
did not
arm.
tell the story on the show, and as a result, he got just hammered in the voting here.
Yeah, I probably should have told the
And
told the
next
joke
is
or told the
bad
story.
substitute for a
The
toothbrush.
worst part about that whole event is that I wasn't drunk at that point.
Vote on your devices.
A bad substitute for a toothbrush. A hot lemon or a power drill?
Hot lemon. Sounds tasty.
What do you think about a hot lemon?
I have 1.8 bitcoins, but I lost the password to the wallet 2 years ago.
No.
Oh,
No.
The worst part.
yo,
I
but
hate
like,
to laugh at this. But if it just keeps going up,
That's
you
so mean.
never get to get over your grief. It's like breaking up with someone and then they
Every
go on
day.
to every day they're like, people's most beautiful woman. Oh, she's the president now. Also, she owns a lot of bitcoins. And then like it just every day it's just more and more remorse.
after a certain point of value, like it's gotta be more worthwhile to like pay someone to crack into it, right?
Time for round 2.
It might be there now, I would guess.
Times as much as that
Maybe,
silver
yeah.
coin.
Like, how much would it cost to get somebody to?
It's at
Yeah.
$35.
35 bucks, yeah.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
It's better than the 200,000 bitcoins or whatever that dude spent on a pizza. That is true.
Oh man, did he really?
Yeah, it's back in the day.
200,000?
I don't know if it was 200,000, but like,
Yeah, because that like he would be like literally a millionaire or billionaire now, right?
I don't know, man. He'd be rich.
Be very rich.
It's a lot of Champions of Fire victories. I don't know about this one.
I don't either. I don't either.
Yeah, Bitcoin probably will eventually crash and be worthless, but like in the meantime,
Yeah, you can get mad rich off it, maybe.
Use for
Right, yeah.
tokens.
I did see them reporting on it on the mainstream news today, so I think the bubble's getting close to bursting.
Yeah.
But what if it isn't?
I don't know.
A good use for toenail clippings. Necklace or a gross event on Fear Factor.
Don't talk about me.
Might just buy like $100 worth of Bitcoin later on tonight.
But what if you invested your life savings in them?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that
Think
would
about how much you'd make when it goes up. A gross event on Fear Factor wins.
nice.
It was real weird when we were sitting in the audience, and then they said neck and neck in front of us.
Many
and then,
times.
Like, 30 people behind us started chanting neck and neck, and I was like, looking behind me like, guys, I'm right here, what?
It's voting time.
The worst children's board game would be Heil Heil Hippos or Pregnant Horny Hippos.
They just want to eat balls, man.
So, like, I'm almost... I also don't know anything about, like, cryptocurrency. But I'm like... Everything I dislike about Bitcoin is that it has sort of no value except for buying drugs and hitmen. And then the only reason most people are investing in it is because of the fact that they want to get rich off of it. It's like 99% speculation. I reserve my real resentment for when people are like, well, Bitcoin's really expensive. What if I bought in early for the next Bitcoin? And they're like, so I'm in like, you know, 18 different alternate cryptocurrencies at the present moment. So, like,
It's
if
like hedging your bets.
yeah, dude, if Coin ever takes off, I'm flying
That boy
first
coin,
class
man.
from that point onwards.
That boy coin.
That boy coin. The years 2011 to 2020 will be remembered as the Bitcoin Depression Age or the Mortgage Age.
Mortgage.
Mortgage.
The mortgage, yes.
I get it. Yeah.
Mortgage.
I did not read that properly.
I'm mad.
Mortgage.
It was my own answer, so I undersold it. If you don't pay taxes on your Bitcoin, it's a crime, kind of.
Coming up next.
I'd like to know more, please.
Yeah, I'm actually kind
Kind
of.
Oh, a good sign that your dog is really an a-hole. His dick tastes like shit, or his dick tastes like shit.
Wow!
Nice. Yeah. All right. There you go.
I thought I was really stretching out with that one. I didn't think it was... I also sort of regretted putting that as the answer because of the implication, but it was really just a joke reference.
Because of the implication.
Welcome.
None of these
The
girls
last
are going to be
match,
in
the
danger.
final round.
But of course they will
Stakes
say
are
no
shown. There's
because
just
of the
one prompt,
implication.
and you're all getting it.
What is a blockchain?
The last flash prompt is.
I don't know.
Oh, it's when Cairo Cedro stops you dead in your tracks.
This is a dumb prompt.
Yep, I'm with you. There's like a lot of literally correct answers here.
Yeah.
You're supposed to pay taxes on illegal income, but if you do, they know you're doing something illegal. I don't understand.
Wait, say that again?
No, it's gone and I can't keep it
Okay.
in my...
Is it because it counts as like a currency and not like a commodity?
I don't think that's how that works, though.
Currency, not commodity.
Vote now.
Well, like it's not like a.
Votes this round. Just spread out any way you
Well,
like.
yeah, like what would
Vote
you?
with an all-in answer.
Is it like an asset? I guess it's illiquid, right?
Illiquid.
Yeah.
A poor
You're busting
substitute
out.
for a necktie, the country Columbia, a stethoscope, a teacher, or the noose waiting for death. I mean, just like... It's not a good last lash prompt.
It's just a bad prompt, man.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Everybody's getting a vote for me.
Yep.
Yep.
I also gave out
Easy.
111.
Everyone tried their best.
Blockchain is a ledger of
I believe chat's right, isn't it? Colombia, not
Yeah, it's
Columbia.
Colombia.
Yeah, I thought it was with an O.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali. That's like you're using it. Oh shit! No, I don't know word things. Never mind.
All right.
But what would you call the word minimally? How would you categorize
What do you mean, what would
it?
you call it?
Well, like what was it like a not a noun obviously or an adjective.
Minimally is an adverb, isn't it?
Adverb. Is that what it is?
I think so.
I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Like, I missed like 3 days of school in 3rd grade where they covered subject, predicate, adverb, like all the ones that are not nouns, verbs, and adjectives. I missed them all, and then they never taught them again. And as a
Yeah.
result, like, I just have no idea what when people go like, "That's an adverb." I don't know what that is.
That's all.
Yeah.
Adverbs
Now
are
for the
usually they
final
end in Y.
scores.
So like, and that they define the verb, right?
What about pretty? That's not an
I,
adverb.
I walked to school carefully. Carefully is the adverb. You
I thought
carefully walked.
I thought that's an adjective. You carefully walk
no,
to school.
it defines the verb, not the because you carefully walked.
Like an adjective would be like a modifier.
It's for
on
the
a-
subject. Like I
Right.
walked to the red school. Red is the adjective.
Okay, now that's just patronizing. Like, I
You're
know.
learning.
You said you didn't
I know that red is an adjective. I'm talking about adverbs specifically.
Adverbs they help the verb. I walked to school
There,
carefully.
here.
You carefully walked
There,
to school.
Schmitty. Here, yes. Okay.
In the sentence,
Well, guys,
when I wake
I'll
up,
apologize.
yes, you know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. What is the
Oh,
adverb?
Wrong room.
There is
Well,
none.
anywho,
Correct answer. A+.
this is round one.
Adverbs
You'll
describe
score
verbs,
points based on the
adjectives, and
percentage
other
of people who
adverbs.
prefer your answer.
Dude,
Have
see,
at it.
like this is I don't understand the math of language.
That's
This
the
is-
thing. It's that
I'm
part
glad
is
I brought
stupid.
this up. Yeah, honestly.
Too easy. Adverbs add to the verb. This is a Kramer line from Seinfeld. Jerry. Adverbs add to the verb. That's why they're called adverbs.
By the way, sorry, I had to write.
Yeah.
By the way, someone did explain extensively about the Bitcoin and the tax things in my chat. If you guys want to know.
Sort
It's
of
up to you.
illegal.
It's time for some quiplashing.
Well, again, it's up if you guys want to know. It's like a paragraph.
Nah.
Adjectives add to the check.
That's pretty interesting.
Okay, pick your favorite.
Good joke, Chad.
The worst Halloween costume for a young child. Steve Bannon or Danny DeVito costume? Chad is like, those Korean kids are totally screwed. We didn't teach, there were no lessons on how to freaking, what's an adverb, what's an adjective. Is it, hello class, how are you? Yeah, they didn't say,
Teacher,
if you say,
Obama.
okay, look, first off, if they said kamsamnida, they're all going to the principal's office. You can't speak Korean in my classroom. Secondly, Rob, it's not okay.
But hey, that's what they said, not me.
Okay, next one.
The first thing you would do after winning the lottery. Spend lots of money and be happy and stuff, or invest it all in Snurtcoin.
By the way, spend lots of money, bad idea.
If
Yeah.
you had $10,000, what would you spend it on?
They didn't
Do
put
I
that
have
part
to
of my
say?
they didn't put that part of my interview in the in my sizzle reel because I said I would put it in my bank account. And then they said, can you reiterate the question in your answer so we can use it? And I said, if I won $10,000, I'd put it in my bank account. And then it
Correct
never
answer
made it
is
up.
1,000 McChickens.
$10 a pop?
I guess. I'm pretty sure that's what he said, yeah.
Someone is dead.
The best way to tell if someone is dead. There's no way to tell if someone is dead, or stick your dick in it and see if it's warm.
All right.
That wasn't me.
That's kind of horrifying. But yeah, if you had to spend $10,000 tomorrow,
Down payment on a car.
But you just
that's
bought a
actually
car.
pretty smart.
I know. I don't need one. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
You
yeah.
just bought yourself another car.
I guess because then if I had to spend it, then I could resell the car and then I could get the money back and put it in my bank account.
I mean, just like buy, just buy like bonds or something.
Yeah, I guess that's way better. I could invest in Snurtcoin.
Yeah, get some actual Bitcoin.
Austin, your answer was vile.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
An idea for Lady Gaga's next crazy outfit: a horse cum dress or a nice dress.
Wow.
Is it sticky enough to weave?
If you leave it out long enough.
All right.
I kind of, it's not that $10,000 isn't a lot of money, but I did
It's,
kind of
like,
feel
not,
like,
though.
I know, like in
it's not
today's
really.
modern, they were like, what are you gonna do with the money if you win? I was like, I don't know. Like, what do you? It's not a life-changing amount of money for a lot of people. Like, I like.
Like, oh, cool! I can continue to live in a house for like another...
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll put it towards like
Pay the rent a few
several
times.
months
Right,
of rent.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what.
Not even a full year of rent in most places.
I mean, like we're on the level here, right? Like I
Yeah.
will pay my rent with the money.
Yeah, it seems like you're almost accidentally insulting them for not having a grandiose enough thing to buy. But that's their fault, not yours.
It's like when
Yeah.
they win Chopped, everyone goes, "I would use the money to take my parents on a once-in-a-lifetime trip around the world." And I'm like, no, I would
No, you won't.
it's a stupid idea. You shouldn't do that.
just, put it.
Even 100,000. Like, I'm thinking right now, like 100,000 would be awesome, but like,
25K you could do some work with.
it's still just like that money's gonna run out quicker than you think. I think $1 million is the first one where you're like, all right, I'm in there.
We're gonna have to
$1
pitch him
million.
pretty hard.
Yeah.
Certainly, $1 million is a life-changing amount of money.
Yeah, then my answer would be I would do smart investing to the best of my abilities.
I'm just drawing the greatest blank here.
Yeah, I can't.
$1 million isn't a lot nowadays either. Yeah, but like it's not. Certainly, if somebody was like, "My net worth is $1 million," I wouldn't be like, "Oh, tell me your secrets."
Right.
But I would also be like, "You're good."
Yeah, I mean, like that's like way above the poverty line
Yeah.
still.
Like I'm not gonna buy you lunch. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way.
Let's take a look.
Right. Yeah.
First one.
I barely got that answer.
A TMZ headline you really want to see.
A TMZ headline you really want to see: Billy Bush did a Trump impression, or we're all fired.
Wait, who's Billy Bush?
He's the guy who Trump said you could just grab ladies by the pussy with.
Oh.
The implication being that he faked the whole thing and
It
Trump
was
was never
fake, yeah.
talking.
Uh-huh. Well, people believe that that's fake, even though
That's
Trump.
why it would be a funny headline.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. No, he like literally admitted to it, which is
Yeah,
the funny
and then he
part.
decided he didn't do it, actually.
I gotta watch more news to play Quiplash, apparently.
Yeah.
To watch like another country's news broadcasts to play this game now.
Hey, we have it running 24 hours on multiple channels, so.
A really bad superhero.
A really
power
bad
was invented by
superhero
Colin Mark
power.
of Sunny Surrey, UK.
2020 hindsight, or the ability to drink gallons of horse cum.
This come up pretty frequently.
if, say, Trump gets impeached,
Yes.
the "you're fired" memes are gonna be out of
Oh!
I didn't even
gonna
think
be
about that.
insane,
How did I not
dude.
think of that?
Yeah,
That was his thing before this.
I know. It would be great.
That's like the only thing that he had, really.
Mhm.
That was like a catchphrase for him.
Next one.
I actually am
You
starting a
know
new
you're in very
cryptocurrency
weird
called "You're
fast food
Fired"
restaurant
coin.
when the cashier asks, do you want blank with that?
Did you
So-
see that? Oh, let me just go with
Open
this
your
first.
devices.
You know you're in a very weird fast food restaurant when the cashier asks, do you want spray paint with that or do you want pasta solid with that?
Oh!
Did you see that Ethereum, the second maybe most popular cryptocurrency,
Right.
he was using like 8% of the market to buy collectible cats that were released
Yeah.
on it that you could like breed the cats like
I brought
Pokemon
that up
style
the
and
other
then
day.
sell
Somebody
them.
said it's a pyramid scam.
That's literally a joke in that show Ozark on Netflix.
We're in a weird like pseudo cyberpunk sort of reality, I think, right now.
I said I want to collect all the cats, and then they're like, "Don't do it. It's helping them mine Bitcoin." I'm like, what? I just wanted cats.
4-leaf clovers are lucky, but if you find a 5-leaf clover, you die in 7 days or run.
I really like
Very
that.
menacing.
I really like that.
I'm also not sure if that was even true, by the way, about it being a thing for Bitcoin, but
Well, I saw the cheapest cat on CryptoKitties. It pains me to say it.
I like it. I'll
What
say it
here's
for you.
what pisses me off, okay? It's the same, and Austin knows what I'm about to say because I rail on this shit in PUBG all the time. Is that people are smart to invest in it because you can get rich, and it pisses me off that there's people out there that have like, that it's like a good investment. They bought $100,000 worth of PUBG crates, and then they're like, oh yeah, that's how I make my living. I bought $100,000 in superficial PUBG crates, and I'm just selling them off at a, to get an effective burn rate and watching the graphs of the market, because it provides no value to society whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Why does that make you so upset, though?
Because I want to love capitalism so much. But the people who are making this much money are doing it without actually providing any value to society, which undermines the central conceit of the economic system to begin
Are you saying
with.
there's flaws with capitalism?
Yeah, and so you're actually kind of questioning the thing, which makes me wonder, do you really love it as much as you think you do?
I love it when Twitch Prime subscriptions, become fresh again and people remember to use
Yeah.
them.
I mean,
Well-
I need to eat too, man. It's all right.
so I just wanted to say, once we moved off of the gold standard,
Oh.
that our currency became a fiat currency, which it is inherently speculative. Anyway, like even the U.S. dollar is based on how much I think our assets are worth.
Do you think NL is planning to seize the means of production?
He might be.
A ridiculous government agency that no one knows about. The Department of Bitcoin, the Department of Sick Beats, the Department of Dragon Dildos, or the Department of Starter Apartments.
It wasn't me.
Saw me banging on the counter.
Sick
Dragon
Beats.
dildo.
What on earth was that?
I think that's reggae?
Have you played the reggae version of Planes yet, Nick?
Yeah, I liked it, actually. The surfing scene was pretty wild.
Yeah, it's like a really, really good piece of music.
Did you?
Oh, you didn't like
it? Did you guys hear DMX's Christmas song?
I did not know.
A very DMX Christmas.
No, you guys didn't hear it.
I don't believe so, no.
It is dark and hell is red and green.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. DMX Christmas.
Ah.
Yeah, he did a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh,
cover.
like 3 years ago.
No. It was like a couple days ago.
This makes me upset. And I'm not calling you out, not that thing. And this person is a subscriber, but the ERC-721 tokens, CryptoKitties, do have value. They're unique identifiers to facilitate digital assets tied to physical goods.
That's true.
It's over. Let's take a look
Back
at
in my
the
day,
final
you just
scores.
bought, like, an animal. That was your asset.
Yeah, well, the animal's an asset?
Yeah. You have a
Maybe just
cow.
reading them.
The cow gives you milk. Cow gives you other cows. The cow gives you beef.
Right.
Now you gotta buy a fucking digital cat that represents a currency that floats in your computer. I don't understand.
Schmitty, that's spelled S-C-H.
Yeah.
Sounds like capitalism moved on to 2.0 and you're still stuck on 1.0.
It seems like, I don't know. We gotta be on capitalism 3.0.
Time for round one.
Okay.
We make money from existing on the internet. So I'm aware of the
3.0.
fact that we live in like a weird world, but
There's no
Yeah,
way we're
but
on
like,
0.0
we
right
make
now.
money off of entertainment, which has always been.
It's a good investment, actually. You should invest in us.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I haven't been paying attention to my score at all. Have any of my answers been
not
winning? or-
really.
Yeah, okay.
I don't understand. I've never seen this meme before. The one that says, "How long can capitalism go on?"
I think just one guy did it, and then other people copied and pasted it. As
Does it have a weird cartoon Karl Marx on it?
No, it has Pepe,
Oh.
but it's me as Pepe. I need you guys to be like my political compass quiz, because like, I really, really don't like that you can become a millionaire from buying PUBG crates. But I also don't like the idea of universal basic income because it's my money.
There are
So where
levels between those two things, yes.
So where do I fall?
What are we gonna do when there's no jobs left?
Need more data points.
Why don't all the truck drivers just become the people who program the trucks?
right. Yeah,
Right.
no, that's true.
That's anti-freedom.
Surely every truck needs a programmer. Perhaps they could program it with like some kind of steering wheel type apparatus attached to the dashboard of the very truck that they're programming.
Do you think the government should be involved in what they do with the trucks?
Which government?
The deep state.
Where do babies come from? The life void or daddy's vast deference?
It is vast, yes.
Voss.
Vast,
Du
definitely.
vast.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you about the New World Order. Not the kind to make you run for the border. It's a new religion wrapped in a revolution with a proven solution to your mental pollution.
Next up.
Is that like a song from Persona? Like right after you did that, I heard up, I stood
Oh my
up,
god, it really
I
sounds
reach out
like
for
that.
the truth and then I shoot it.
No, it... Okay, first of all, you actually
Break
nailed the
away.
Persona song.
Can you wake me up? Can you suck my thumb?
Were you just watching my stream? Because I was playing Persona music on yesterday.
And then you do that part. You do the rap part.
Yeah, no, that wasn't that. It was a Todd Rundgren song from like 2000.
Dolph Lundgren?
Todd Rundgren.
The only thing worse than standing in a really long line is standing in a really long line for going out on stage or standing in a really long line for digital cats.
Digital cats.
I can't believe he nailed the Persona music so well.
I played Persona 4 Arena.
Next in line.
Oh, I didn't know they had the music for that in
Yeah,
that either.
I know like a couple of Persona songs. The best news you could get today, help my son, ... he's a minion.
Help my son.
They go together. Yeah.
How the fuck did that happen?
Can you let me out? Can you let me out?
I want to know who does the rapping in Persona because it's such a strange rap. I don't know how to describe it. It's always like the dude's always like rapping like some kind of philosophy, but also his grocery list.
There's a part where you hear him say lean cuisine. I'm positive. I swear to God, I know for real. I think he says lean cuisine.
And next,
It's lotus juice.
tomorrow's
I did not
news
know that.
headline. Scientists
Oh.
are shocked to discover that
Sounds
blood.
gross.
Oh, tomorrow's news headline. Scientists are shocked to discover that they are fake news. Or scientists are shocked to discover that CryptoKitties actually exist.
Oh, dude, I mentioned this on Squares. I mentioned this to you guys when you were in New York. But man, there was a great. So Elon Musk tweeted a couple days ago, "Why isn't there a flat Mars society?" Right?
This is the third time I've heard this.
I know.
It's a tie.
It's a tie.
A genuine tie.
Like a necktie?
Like 176 to
Here's the
176.
scoreboard.
Damn.
Wow, and you were off by 1 on each. It was 175 to 175.
Yeah, but then they got 1 vote from the players, Robert.
You're right. So anyway, Elon Musk tweets, "Why isn't there a flat Mars society?" Flat Earth Society verified Twitter responds, "Because Mars has been observed to be round." See, the first time you hear it, it's so good because it's just like that's the best ripple to the whole thing, is that they believe that other planets are round, just not Earth.
I think that whole thing is self-aware. It has to be. Like, I'm almost.
I don't know.
I'm so beyond confident now that like that whole thing is just a really big joke,
It's
and
like a huge
everyone's in
troll.
on it, and it's just they're winning. They're
Yeah,
winning
but
really
they're
hard.
not, because, like, did you see the video where they went to the Flat Earth convention?
There's a convention?
Yeah, that's where I'm like, you stop winning if you're like, gotta take the day off work to go to my troll convention. Like, that's... It just feels like something's not right in that.
It's a troll, meaning the people there aren't going to be genuine about what they talk about?
That's what if that seems to be what's being posited here.
Wow. What a waste of everyone's time. In both ways. It could be either way, it would still be a waste.
Yeah, I'm blanking super hard.
I think people 100% believe it. Well, not 100%. I think there's some people in the community who don't, and then a lot of people who lack the critical thinking skills to realize why it's silly.
Someone said people do go to TwitchCon.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, here we go. Starting things off, what King Kong
Is most self-conscious about? His figure or his lack of a sweet red tie?
Here we
I expected someone to write King Dong.
His King Dong.
Is King Dong? That's pretty good. Yeah.
Finally here, performing for you.
It's always
Yeah, I
time
said-
for Donkey Kong Country.
King Kong's tie would say KK on it, and that's dangerously close to.
Also, they claimed that IP again recently with KK Slider. They wouldn't give it away.
Can you guys do your best, like, KK Slider impression?
That
That was, like, actually really good.
I don't remember his songs very well.
Is
I like listening to him.
DT's biggest complaint.
Wow.
Time to vote.
It's a duck.
Not as good as Austin's, tell you straight up. R2-D2's biggest complaint: can't speak English for some reason, or beep bloop bleep.
That's.
I'm trying to do the same point. God.
Yeah, what's your favorite R2-D2 sound?
That one. I know.
That one?
Yeah.
I like the one where he goes.
Yeah, oh yeah. When he
he's
gets
sad.
sad.
Yeah.
That's when it dies.
You're such an emotional person, right?
Oh man, I like the part where BB-8
Nice.
flips out his lighter like it's a
It's a thumb. Yeah.
And then they lower him into the lava, but you still see the thumb above the lava as he fades away.
That's not the theme. Okay.
So, no joke. Well, for Superman's special power that he never tells anyone about. He can make any DC movie suck, or S on chest can be a magnum condom.
Nice.
We got tons of ads when we were practicing the games for Champions of Fire, right? And sometimes I would get
My beach body.
well, not that, but if you were watching, yes, you saw it. Sometimes we would see the ad for, like, American Marvel Galaxy of Heroes, the Star Wars mobile game, and it's like, here's Kylo Ren, here's Princess Leia, here's Rey. Sometimes we got the Chinese ad for reasons that we couldn't figure out. And the Chinese Galaxy of Heroes ad is exclusively BB-8. It's
Really?
just BB-8 going apeshit the whole time, doing cute stuff. That's market research right there.
That's pretty funny.
The best way to keep warm on a cold winter night. Hug your minion baby or lying in a vat of fresh horse cum.
Yep, that'll do it. Well, dude, when December rolls around, people are gonna lose their shit for those porg things. That's gonna be everywhere.
Are you saying December's not here yet?
You know what? You make a good point based on the sentence that I used.
People keep not realizing it's December lately. I had to correct somebody else
Did you
about
say
that.
December
It's the
12th?
end of round two.
I
December.
said
That's the ultimate chicken horse update.
November has
December 14th
come
is
and
Star Wars.
gone.
I did not
The
set a
last
He didn't say anything.
Jedi
He said
will
December.
soon be
No, I said December.
on.
Okay.
This
I'm
was
Wake
round
me
three,
up
the
when
last
December
one. Final
rolls
chance to catch up.
around.
Point values are triple. And
You get the idea.
Wake me up.
Mommy.
Oh, we're doing KK Slider now.
Yes, that was my attempt at least. A college major you don't see at many universities.
Gotta get some Pico Quays in there.
Like that?
There you go.
This is mind flooding me.
No!
No!
Wait, go.
We're ready to look.
Have they already started selling porg toys, I wonder? I mean, the answer
Why are
is
you so
obviously
cynical
yes.
about Korg, dude?
It's porg.
Korg is a
actually.
keyboard.
Korg's the
Yeah.
guy from
Dog.
Thor. That's my
Yeah.
mistake. College major you don't see at many universities. Kiko, Quay, Kiko, Quay, Kiko. Mobile game monetization demon, professional KK slider impressionist, or BB-8 programming.
Nice.
What does the top one mean?
It's like
Oh. Alright, I guess all three votes.
I still maintain that Chewbacca is just Korg #1.
It's a porg.
It's a pole.
It's never stopped being a porg.
Yeah, whatever.
The computer.
Yeah.
Fucking nerd. I don't care if it's called you nerd.
Fucking bio major nerd.
I don't like the furry Star Wars character. It's for kids in international markets. Who's your favorite character from Star Wars Episode 7? The guy who spins the stick and yells traitor. I'm an adult. Yeah, there he goes. Kiko, Quay, Kiko, Quay, Kiko.
Yep. Yep. That's fair.
That's the end.
You guys want to do one
Let's
more
see
game
the
of
final
Quiplash?
scoreboard.
Sure.
Go on.
Let's do it. Fucking
Dang.
Kiko,
I
Kiko.
timed my food perfectly. We're right exactly at 7 p.m. It's actually...
It's fine.
Yeah, he's here. I'll be right back. I'll actually answer my prompts really quick, and then...
What'd you get?
Chick-fil-A.
All right.
Yeah.
It's,
Why'd you
well,
eat
I've only had it like now 3 times in the past month, so...
It wasn't. I mean, what do you mean when you say in the last month? Do you mean since December 1st, or do you mean
Host,
November
enough
6th.
jabbering, let's
since
go.
November 6th? Oh,
I see you guys don't
this
have
guy, he's
any-
on
You
the
mean
ball.
Probably 30
Let's do
days.
this.
I ordered some Wendy's today.
Nice.
I didn't order anything. I went to the grocery store.
That sounds stupid. Why would you do that?
Because I live where they don't deliver things, and also it's not so bad to go outside sometimes.
No, I hate it. Last time I
I
went
know.
outside, I got a bunch of bruises on my arm.
Yeah, you did do that.
Can I?
Guy pulled a knife on me.
Wow.
I have an anecdote for you. So,
Okay.
like Champions of Fire pulling the curtain back. This is like a lot of work. We were there for a long time. So I busted my ass to get all my homework done before I left, but I still had homework that was due like this weekend. I emailed my prof. This was a great moment of humility for me. I emailed my prof and I said, hey, I was really busy this weekend. Would it be possible for me to grab like a 1 or 2 day extension on this project. I could probably finish it, but it's going to be a rush job. So it would be really nice to have like an extra day. And he was like, it's no problem, but what were you doing? And then I sent him the time-stamped video for the Champions of Fire tournament when I was on stage. And he just went, yeah, you're good. I'm happy to wait.
I thought you were going to say the opposite. Never mind, no extensions.
But I had to out myself as playing in a mobile video game tournament to a person I respect and who has control over some aspect of my future.
Yeah.
The whole of the general public you were outed to already, so this doesn't seem that much worse.
Yeah.
Let's start the show.
Yeah.
The worst thing
Still
You think
feels-
he's gonna come to you with his mobile game idea?
I would think there's a chance, and
Guaranteed.
I would look at it and I would go, hey, I'll give it a shot, maybe. The worst thing about being a billionaire, you have to pay politicians to serve you, or everyone being mad at your tax cuts. I have a real question, though.
Yeah.
Don't billionaires pay enough already?
Yeah.
Yeah, they really do. They got a really tough go with things, mostly.
But like, okay, everyone being mad at you for your tax cuts won by 1 vote.
Oh,
I'm not saying that they pay the same percentage as people in the middle class. However, don't they pay more than we do?
The name of a US state.
Oh, did my tax one come up?
Yes.
Yeah.
It won by 1 vote.
Nice.
Come up with a new dessert that has the name of a U.S. state. Montana mudslide or Oklahoma noli?
oh, I like that.
That's a good prompt. That's a great prompt.
Yes, I agree. It basically is like, come up with a funny sounding word.
I know Oklahoma Noli is definitely robbed, though, but I still want it to win.
It is. You're right.
Yeah. Who else would say cannoli,
Cannoli,
about anything?
absolutely.
Yeah. I do talk about cannolis quite frequently. I feel like they're an underrepresented dessert.
Not on this
Not
show.
around you.
Yeah. But that's because I campaign for them, you know?
I know you do.
Tortilla chips.
Something that would not work well as a dip for tortilla chips. Motor oil or horsey sauce?
Oh, I used to call horseradish sauce horsey sauce.
Oh, well, now it has a different name.
It was very spicy, which I didn't expect.
Yeah.
What economic system do I support if I think that like there should be an upper maximum on the amount of tax you pay a year? So if you like make $10 million a year, you pay like $1 million tax. You make $1 billion a year, you pay $1 million in tax. But if all of your
sounds terrible.
assets are PUBG loot crates, you pay like a 94% tax rate on any capital gains you realize from those. What
kinda sounds
economic
like a-
system?
Okay, next one.
Sounds like a
A
meritocracy, to
better
be
name
honest
for
with
the
you.
game.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Merrick Garland C.
It's voting time.
A better name for the game Duck Duck Goose. Dog Dog Cat or fake news emails?
I would have just said fake news.
Yeah, that would have been better actually, but I still voted for it.
Me too.
I've got a better idea. If you make over $1 million a year, all your shit gets taken away? What economic system is that? Doesn't seem fair.
That's seizing the means of production.
But by definition, PUBG crates are not means of production. That's what I'm mad about.
Round one is.
What are they
Let's
really?
see the
I don't.
scores.
It's a speculative asset. It's fucking stupid, is what it is.
Honestly,
I
we
mean,
should
I
talk
agree.
about
It's like war bonds for millennials.
the merits of
Now
a death
round
tax.
two,
To be
where
honest.
all
What is a
points and
death
bonuses
tax?
are doubled.
Death tax is basically it's the same thing as an inheritance tax. Right?
Okay.
It's like, the government gets to take a chunk of your inheritance.
Because it changed hands from one possessor to another.
Yeah, I mean, like basically, it's supposed to be a pseudo capitalism thing, right? Because like the person who made a bunch of money because he gave something to society, in theory. But the person who's inheriting a bunch of money didn't really make anything yet of value.
What?
Hold on. I'll explain more after I finish my.
I don't understand.
Do you need to, though?
I think if you own a house that on paper is worth more than 30 times your declared annual income, you should have to fight to the death in a television program where the person who wins gets all 12 houses from their own and the 11 defeated contestants. What kind of economic system is that?
That's a battle royale.
Is that death racism?
Alright, end the show.
Death racism.
End it.
Yep.
Is Jason Statham in it?
Yeah.
Then
He plays all 11 houses. The best way to survive a bear attack is to slash the Achilles tendon or to be a Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's weird though, when you slash the Achilles tendon, the bear never can fall backward.
Yeah, no, then I'll be able to move the bear backwards with my strength.
Is that a metaphor for the bear market?
Basically, yeah.
I'm not
I'm part of
calling
the-
out Josh. I don't think Josh bought a house that costs over 30 times his annual income. If he did, that's fucking sick. His bank is stupid, but that's pretty cool.
Well, unless they were in the, what do they call them now? They have a new name for CDOs. It's like tranche opportunity.
Truncheons.
That would be a great answer for this prompt, by the way. Like Dinger, Grand Salami, and Jack come up with a new slang term for a home run in baseball. A kielbasa clanger or a verdict.
I really like the first one.
Or a,
Yeah, they're bespoke tranche opportunity. Yeah.
I made a baseball joke. I'm sorry.
I don't get it.
It's a boomer co-wanger?
It's an Aaron Judge joke.
Oh, because it's the verdict. Because he hit the most home runs last year.
No,
Mesa
Carlos
verdict.
Stanton hit the most home runs.
He hit a lot of homers, though.
Come up with a name for a kooky ostrich who solves
Come up with a
mysteries.
name for a kooky ostrich who solves mysteries.
It's voting time.
Billingsworth the ostrich or Solve It Stretch.
Another
Solid
good
stretch.
prompt.
Yeah,
It's an okay prompt. Really, anything that's like,
Quiplash, this Quiplash version just has better prompts than the other one.
come up with alliteration.
Right, yeah, mainly.
Yeah, the
There's not
audience
a lot
has
of-
given up.
There's
I'll
not a lot
give
of
you that.
angles for ostriches, though, I hate to say.
Yeah, it was like they're fast and they got like a long neck.
Yeah, they stick their head in the sand, but like
Stick
none of
their
those
head
really
in the
help.
sound.
They
Salt
don't
sands.
do that, though.
In the
Isn't that a
sound,
myth?
yeah.
They don't stick their head in the sand?
No, it's just a
They do
myth,
not,
but
yeah.
I
It's an
like
urban
believing
myth?
it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's urban.
Cat?
It's probably more of a rural myth.
It's a rural myth.
Yeah.
You don't hear many of those, do you?
No, yeah.
That's the people talk about Bigfoot
Well-
and they go, he's an urban legend. He's like exclusively a rural legend. Nobody's walking around downtown Manhattan going, you hear that Bigfoot story this week?
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
A new completely BS holiday that greeting card companies would make up to sell more cards. Holiday card holiday or buy things day.
Man, no one's walking around. Okay, no, I'm cutting that one off. Never mind. Oh,
I heard I heard a good rural myth the other day. It was that Mexicans are ruining the economy.
Oh my god.
That was a good rural myth that I heard.
I was gonna make something along those lines, but
Right, yeah.
They,
So
you know,
Oh, okay.
America is
There you go.
divided up along geographical and economic lines. I'm scared. Something smells really good, and I'm scared to ask what it is because I think it might be cat food.
You just
Oh.
scared me.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm eating Chick-fil-A right now. I was like, can you fucking smell this? And then I thought, am I that stupid? That was a real thought that I just had?
A Girl Scouts cookie name that got rejected.
It's a new
because it was
feature.
just
They're selling it.
ridiculous sounding.
Makes your friends want to buy it.
I don't know, man. Definitely should not write Horeos for this.
Oh man.
This is your moment to cut loose. Just go nuts.
Cut loose. Be
And here's what you did.
Put on your Sunday shoes.
Make people mad on stream.
Bazinga XD. Guantutu Kaba fix cookies? I feel like I didn't do what you wanted me to do there. Guantutu Kaba fix cookies? Thin wheats? Or Red Rocket sour straws?
It wasn't me. Nick, stop framing me.
Wait, I didn't do that.
Oh.
Mine was the Guantutu,
Guantutu.
which really had no deep meaning at all. It was just a silly word because I wanted to write a
Yeah,
silly
it was.
word.
But I thought that was like, why'd you leave the keys up on the table? I want to.
Oh yeah. See, that's the great thing about Ryan. You throw enough words out, he'll make a good joke out of whatever you write.
It just assembled in my head.
I just wrote nonsense. Oh right, I shouldn't vote.
What is this OWO stuff?
Oh, that's I learned what that was the other day. Now I can't remember.
Looks like an owl with 2 beaks.
I used it in some statement, and I asked, "Is that how you use that?" And they're like, "Yeah." It's like an inquisitive animal face or something.
But like everyone says, notices bulge. OWO.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Is it a furry thing?
It's when the lion man, remember I was telling you about how there's those 3 lion men that when you open up your third eye? It's like when those guys see you, they'd make that face.
So it is then.
I don't know, I guess.
Rob, you won.
Hey! Rack attack!
Why don't we take some time to pimp our channels? We'll start with little Last Gray Wolf.
OWO.
Come watch Twitch. I can't. Go next.
All right. Alpaca Patrol.
Yeah, hi, I'm Rob, also known as Alpaca Patrol. You can find me on Alpaca Patrol everywhere, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Also discord.gg/Alpaca Patrol, where we had a long conversation about a card game I'm designing in Microsoft Paint yesterday. It's a fun time. Also, should be doing movie night this Saturday. I missed one last week, and I should be doing it, but I am also cleaning for Jessica, who is coming on Tuesday, so stay tuned to Twitter and all that. I'll let you know.
She won't be the only one.
Yeah.
So when's Ava going to be on the show? Awesome.
What?
Well, I thought you were going to return to you were going to make another joke. Like,
No.
I thought you were going to pimp your channel maybe a little bit?
I already did.
Yeah, but you said I can't do it.
I know I can't. I physically
All right.
can't.
Well then, Nicholas, after you.
When they do OWO, do they go OW?
No, I think that's like... I think it's like they got big animal eyes. I think you're right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can check me out if you want. Rockley Smile and all the stuff. I'm about to go down the snake. No, I just missed the snake. Never mind. Oh, yeah, I should tell you guys now because I just found out. So I'm going to go on a trip to Ireland. It was kind of short notice, and I'm going to be here through next week, but then I'm going to be gone for a bit of time. So you're going to get a new esteemed co-host probably while I'm gone. Remains to be seen whether or not I'm actually a ghost, but probably not.
I don't know, but you're describing it in the strangest way.
How so?
When are you leaving? When are you coming back?
Oh, I'll be gone from after next week and then till the 8th of January.
After next week.
The 17th.
Okay.
The 17th to the 8th.
All right, I understand.
So it's a pretty long time.
So we need to record like 30 episodes of Ultimate Chicken.
Yeah, there you go.
If you want.
I want.
Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. So yeah, that's where I'm going to be if I disappear and you don't watch the NLSS for a while.
None taken.
Huh?
I'll still be here.
What?
I'm lost.
No, it's okay.
Did I say something offensive?
No. You said something that was not offensive that I said no offense to, and ergo.
I'm kind of like a little sleepy and dopey, so I thought maybe I just didn't know what I said.
Quid pro quo, Clarissa.
Key bunny.
Goodbye, Ryan.
Yeah,
Did
see
you
ya.
guys see?
Later,
Look at the
Robert.
thing I linked in the Discord before you go.
Do you want to just record it now?
No, absolutely
out yet.
It's not out.
Yeah, it's not out.
Yeah, but like we'll just record it, pretend it's out, and then we'll talk about it as if it is.
Robert, does this have video or not video?
It is a video,
It's
yeah.
adorable though.
It is very
Quincy,
adorable.
guess what day it is tomorrow?
Okay.
It's Christmas!
It's worth a watch.
I swear to God, if you're trying to pawn off the
Right,
duck eats
God.
peas fast,
No, it's 6
Ooh,
seconds.
it's an
Just
excited dog.
What?
Fuck off, Ryan.
Yeah, what are you?
It's not even a
Like,
dude who
come on
spins
now.
a stick around and says, trade it.
Did you
What?
listen to the sound of it?
It did go.
dogs are alright. There's nothing wrong
Oh,
with them.
I kind of like how it went woo for like the second. I was like,
Yeah,
"Whoa."
he's like, it's Christmas.
What?
All right. Goodbye.
All right, see you guys. Have a good night.
See.
Peace.
Later.
What?
Later. Hey, thanks for watching the Northernlion Live Super Show. I hope you had a good show today. I think we had a good show today. Streamlabs seems to have missed the middle hour, but caught everything else. Could be worse, I guess. Leftover Nick, Explodroid, Tournament Director, I need your strongest tournaments. Mombic, The Goop, Brogantic, Zarsky, Fat Kraka, Gnome Gaming, Lemon Salesman, NL, I Am Your Lost Son. That seems unlikely. Rampant Light, Hipster Potamoose, Private Corgi, Doesn't Like Ice Cream, Soriku Shipper, Fenmio, Russian Bear, RL Blaze 77, I Am Typical, Harmonator, Lindigo, Izul OTI, Fedstastic, One Mean, Butterbean, UW Rabbit, Russian Bear, Skullthrax, Isidro, Dustin Ernst, Mr. Potato Daddy, Davester TM, Random Clover, or Random Sea Lover, Acidic Snail, Niv TV, Rukista, Trainfire, Fawn Flame, Big Too Big, The Bates, or the B8, Shadowman's 92, Too Many Toastas, California Toucan, Bentham Boy, The Just Meme, Rue Laser, Mecha Sloth 03, Undead Hippo, Tom is Odd, Saturday Night Salt, Honey Bear, Jay Bergman 02, Lord of Flies, Lexington Badger, Raycon, Ocean Shape, Dab Bits, or Dab Tills, Heath Bar Swag, Gainosparan, Itamunk, Satch, Fun on the Bun, Soy Tea, Troy Stani for Life, The Biggest and Blackest D, Zach 0978, Coded Animal, Sun Me, WM Shim, Zarul, This is Fire Burns, This Fire Burns, Potato Based, Atnosh, Evil Mango, Henna Hacks, Ginger Source 82, Artisan Partisan, Push in the Nubby. I don't know, I feel weird about saying that one, to be honest with you. Huba Stonk SRG, Bonefellow Jones, TGL Maroobs. Streamlabs, stop scrolling. It scrolled. PRH99, Bondugal, Emerald 92, Anari, Dvorak 2, Nekunes DW. Mediocrity, but mead is spelled like mead, like, you know. Kezu 22, The Envy, Bouldergeist, Morselmouth, Lowride McClyde, Nigel Biameni. Don't Shoot 1856, Antimatter Bear, Too Many Badgers, Buffy 99, Anal Typhoon, now that's a name. Unusual Willie, Zach Brack, Red World 74, Stabby McRunfast, Titus 10, Foe Machine, Billennial, Ex Lanadra, Death Turtle, Aphoristic, Herbiplox, Mythos Fall, Dunkachino. There's a whole new game. Dunkachino. Looking for a caffeinated beverage, friend? Take a sip of my chocolate blend. That's not much of an Al Pacino impression. I'm trying, though. Tectite Toe. Squirting Phlegmy Discharge. Peanut Brittle. FJ Lawson. Casual Raccoon. Hard Scoop. And Zappler. Thank you guys and the inevitable subscriptions and subscribers that were lost in the Streamlabs purge for your subscriptions. Also, if you are a subscriber on Twitch Prime, use your Twitch Prime subscriptions. There's still Warframe stuff. 5 standard loot crates in Blizzard's Heroes of the Storm mobile MOBA. Assassin's Creed stuff. A golden classic card pack in Hearthstone. And then, this is one, 100%, I'm a positive person. Frozen Cortex and Frozen Synapse. If you already have Twitch Prime, get those games. Frozen Synapse, amazing simultaneous turn-based tactical game. Frozen Cortex, the same thing, but with sports. It's football. Bear and I played it on the stream one time. For now, though, hope you guys have enjoyed the show. If you did, then come back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time when we'll be playing something. Maybe we'll play that quiz game. I don't know. See you later. Castilla, thank you very much for the subscription. I'm sorry that Streamlabs lost it for you.